Yeah. So, last time on Adventures in Ethendria, you guys spent about a week and a half preparing for the arrival of Atrexalon, who you had thwarted on his attempt to travel to the South Pole to consume a quintessahedron of entropy. You went there, you collected it before he could, and then went to the stone fields of Akesh to lay a trap for Atrexalon with the aid of the most powerful archmages and magic users in the realm that you all had allied yourselves with over the past year and a half or so of adventuring as a party. Through a combination of Mirage Arcane, Demiurge's planar secret knowledge, and Spinel and Gowron's arcane rune spellcasting, you created a gargantuan planar transport circle that was 1,000 feet wide, and you hid it all underneath this illusion magic to attempt to coerce Trexelon into entering its bounds to transport him all the way to the plane of Limbo. This trap was set. You all consumed multiple magical potions. Various spells were cast upon you. Demiria became 70 feet tall, and you all waited for Atrexalon to arrive, which he did. Surrounded by swarms of wyverns and lesser dragons, Trexelon appeared on the horizon, humming to himself, as is his wont, and Demiria, flying right up into his face, fully got his attention with a few very painful slices across the nose. I think you dealt
216 damage.
216 damage with one strike from her gigantic powered-up Reaper attack. That was a crit, and that was terrible. And then in the ensuing battle, your silver dragons flew around, decimating the wyvern swarms. The multiple dragons emerged from Atrexalon's body and attacked the fortifications of the planar transport circle, but Casbiel and the Order of the Grasping Fist intervened and kept them at bay. Also, Sir became an amethyst dragon, and with the help of the Tarask and Demiria, the three of you began to claw and bite at Atrexalon to coerce him towards the center of the circle. Zephyr did lots liberal use of chain lightning and other dangerous magics to knock down some of the other dragons flying through the sky. And all this occurred in a matter of about a minute or so. Towards the end of that struggle, Demiria, targeted by Dispel Magic from Atrexalon, lost all of her powerful bonuses and had to... Except for flight. And had to resort back to creative use of the Tarask and her own strength, the chains of Avernus that she had kept with her this whole time, to lasso his snout and sort of drag him along further into the circle. This power struggle continued, Atrexalon getting wise to the effort and attempting to flee, but you successfully got him into the circle, did, if I think did the math right, cumulatively over 900 points of damage to him over the course of that experience, and then successfully cast plane shift with all the druids and archmages chipping in. This surge of magic was too powerful for Atrexalon to withstand after your onslaught in that moment. And Atrexalon, all of you, a couple of silver dragons, the Tarask, and I believe one of Atrexalon's other dragons that was still alive at that point, all plane shifted to the heart of Limbo, to the chaotic void of nothingness that is that plane where you all find yourselves now. So let's go to that battle map.
Oh boy.
Limbo.
So, to recap, and correct me if I'm wrong, Demiria, you drank another potion of haste.
Yes, I had two. I just drank my second one.
I will say that you have 8 rounds left, so you are at 12 seconds in, right? So you have 8 rounds left, remember that.
Okay.
And Fly is still active.
Mm-hmm.
all of you have fly. It doesn't matter in limbo. You can fly. That's just there is no objective gravity here. Limbo is free movement.
I think it's just a speed effect because
Right.
you can move faster.
I'll get to that. Kaz, I believe you had just done Tasha's transformation before the shift, maybe a turn or two before. How long does that spell last?
That's a 10-minute spell?
Okay, so as long as you maintain concentration, that won't be a problem.
Right.
Zephyr, you don't have any active spells in addition to the ones you already had, right?
That's correct. I'm not concentrating on anything right now.
Right. And then, Sir, you are a true polymorphed adult amethyst dragon with 46 hit points left, and that is where you're at. So,
That's where we're at.
the plane shift takes hold. You all are jerked sideways through reality and flung spinning into the void. As you try to get your bearings, all you can see in every direction is just scintillating colors. In the distance, you see what looks like multiple stars, like literal orbs of burning gas just colliding in the distance. You see storms of pure arcane energy and lightning crashing together. You see amorphous things moving in the distant horizon. Maybe they're alive, maybe they're not. Regardless, Limbo is a place of pure chaos, and to attempt to describe it is impossible. What you do notice, though, in your immediate vicinity, surrounding you, writhing in fury and confusion, the massive, twisted spaghetti body of Atrexalon. You have sort of all been deposited in this central location close to each other, and that's more or less where the battle map is here. What you see is what you get. You notice the Tarask is off in the distance, kind of spinning away, dog pedaling upside down, sadly, because he is very dumb and has no insight into what to do here.
He has no brain.
No brain.
Well, I think he's undead, right? So
That too.
he's even dumber.
Also, sir, your dancing item has come along for the ride. It's here, just because. Got to make sure we got that. And that is the situation. I will now give you a summary of how this is going to go for you all to refresh yourselves on what is going on, what Atrexalon has going for him, what you need to thinking about. So Atrexalon's body emits havoc haze in about 100-foot radius from like the surface of his body. So currently, everything on this map is havoc haze. What that means is that any spell casting that you do will require spellcasting saving throws. And if you fail that, then we get wild magic surges, which are unpredictable and could be good, could be bad, could be completely neutral. We will see.
The spell will still take effect as
Yes.
intended?
It does not
Other than
counterspell.
the Okay.
Yeah, the spell will still occur, but it's going to have unintended consequences. And sometimes things are like, maybe the target of the spell is different. We'll find out.
Maybe it cast fireball.
On yourself.
Additionally, because you allowed Atrexalon to consume the quintessahedron of fire,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
if you're within 30 feet of his physical body, you are taking 10d6 fire damage every round at the beginning of your turn. There's a con save for that to take half damage. However, if you're within 30 feet of his body, it just happens at the start of every turn on your turn. So it's like Spirit Guardians in that regard. So those are the two like environmental effects that are taking place for all of you.
And his body, right? So the map has
Yeah. Basically,
him covering most of it.
there are certain spots, like basically where you guys are right now, there's a little bit of like a safe zone from the fire right in the middle of the loop. But Havoc Haze is everywhere. Even though he's shifting around, you can ask and I'll tell you whether or not you're in it. We'll make sure we're clear on that.
Get real close right now.
Yeah. All that is true. And then the three of you have Mind Blank, right?
Yeah, not me.
Yeah, everyone
Everyone
but
but
Demiria.
Demiria.
Demiria, that'll matter on your turn, but we'll talk about that.
Hmm.
Okay.
I should have prepared Intellect Fortress so I could refresh it on you.
Lastly, and this is the part that's the most interesting, I think, about this potential battle. You all did your research with the Archmages. You discussed what it would be like when you get here. Limbo is a plane of shapeable, malleable reality. It is, and I'll say, sir, as you all appear here, and you're in an Amethyst Dragon right now, immediately you feel it. The arcane nature of this realm. As a creation bard, you have tapped into this force quite often for summoning giant muffins to feed dragon deities or pony deities in the desert, or creating endless soup with bacon in it. Who knows what powers may necessitate this use? But here it is ever present. It is surging. You get the sense that you and your friends, should you attempt to, can begin to exert your will over the environment in powerful and unpredictable ways. So what that is mechanically is on your turn, for all four of you, should you choose to, you can either use an action or a bonus action to attempt to exert your will over the environment in whatever way you see fit. And this will come down to a dice roll, and basically how well you roll and how insane whatever it is you're describing, whatever you're attempting to do, will determine the DC. It's very much chaotic and meant to be sort of difficult. But basically, you describe what you think you want to do. I will tell you what the DC for that attempt is. If you roll higher than that, then it might occur in some form. So keep that in mind as you proceed in the next few rounds here. I think it will also take some experimentation to fully comprehend the bounds of what is possible here, as the limits of your mind's limit the capacity for change. What that boils down to is you have to make a spellcasting check, so a mind check. You can use whatever stat you want, like charisma, wisdom, intelligence, but you have to roll a d20, add that modifier, and that's your roll for attempting to control Limbo.
This is crazy. I'm so excited.
Okay. That is all the things that you know at this moment, at the beginning of this round. Is there any other clarification or things you want to check in on before I go further?
With the Limbo magic, is it just like whatever you can think of?
Kinda.
Okay.
What
We'll
are
find
the,
out, I guess.
like immunities and buffs right now? I
That's
forgot
right.
since last week.
I would have clarified, you have determined through using magic and whatnot,
We've been fighting him, yeah.
Atrexalon is...
He got like, we know it's force.
God, definitely fix that.
We know
Psychic
So
and force and fire, at least.
and now fire because he ate the that Tazedron.
I
Okay.
posit that he should have burned to death. Solve all our problems a while ago.
So, Atrexalon is immune to fire, psychic, and radiant damage. All three of those he's completely immune to. Don't even try it. He's resistant to force, lightning, and... I think that's it. Force and
Thunder?
lightning.
Fire, radiant, and what?
And thunder. Force, lightning, and thunder. He's resistant to those three.
And his immunities are fire,
Okay.
radiant,
Wait, immune to psychic, fire, and what?
psychic.
Fire, psychic, and
Um,
radiant damage.
Radiant.
He is resistant to force, lightning, and thunder damage.
Is he vulnerable to any?
Alright, so
Oh,
necrotic, cold, acid.
Literally all the things that I can do, he is immune to.
You can do cold damage, right? Don't you have a neat little cold boon?
You have free
Uh,
casting of second level Rhymes Biting Ice, but
Oh.
I guess is that a third level or second level thing? Yeah.
You can
3d8 cold damage.
okay.
I have one more question.
Yep.
Is it safe to assume that our 10th level spell is more likely to work if he has lower hit points?
Yes. You've already done a good amount of damage to him in lowering his awareness to get him here. In the chaos in this new place as he writhes about, you see he has awakened a level of confusion and fury not present before. Yes, you know to successfully do whatever it is you're trying to do with the 10th level spell slot. The more vulnerable he is, the easier it will be to achieve that goal. So take that as you will.
Wait until the last possible moment.
Right.
Okay. Are we ready?
Right.
Boy.
I think so.
I need you all to roll initiative.
Oh wait, shit. I want to roll as a dragon though.
I think you did.
My
Yeah, you must have, because you don't have 14 dexterity, as sir.
I need to roll that with advantage.
I always love the tunes.
Wow, okay. 19.
Okay. As you all gain your bearings, Atrexalon writhing about you, his face turns, and you see it, these shifting coils of his body kind of drifting in front of his face as he looks for you, finds you, and focuses on your clustered group. He opens his mouth, and for the first time in Draconic, he speaks verbally aloud. He roars into the abyss of limbo. Mortals! And I think only Zephyr can listen to Draconic.
I understand it, but we have a telepathic bond, so
Yeah,
I can translate instantaneously.
He says, "You've pushed me to the brink, but I will not yield. I will not return to oblivion. This ends now." Okay. Round 1. The silver dragons go.
Yay!
You see them get their bearings, see you all, and start looking for how to help. Immediately, you see multiple very, very large scales tear away from the body of Atrexalon and morph outward into large adult dragons. He's no longer holding back. So seeing that, the silver dragons are going to dive into action to help out with the adult dragons that are bearing down on your party. This one is going to fly 80 feet. So we'll fly to here, entering into the danger zone around Atrexalon's body to attack the Moonstone dragon that's currently lingering there. He's going to do his paralyzing breath and see if it can pass the DC. It does. It takes no damage, and that is its turn.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Is Atrexalon in the cone?
He is not.
Makes the save.
Even if he were to angle it, you get the sense it wouldn't matter.
Okay.
He's immune to paralysis, by the way.
That was the...
Okay. This silver dragon is going to dash to get next to this one, and in its turn there, ready to attack where necessary. The topaz dragon that's there. Let's put this up full.
Why are you dancing, sir? You're like spinning back and forth.
Oh, I don't know. I was typing.
Oh.
It's gonna breathe its dangerous breath on the silver dragon, which has to make a con save, which also succeeds. It takes half damage, so 24 necrotic damage to the silver dragon. All right, Demiria, what do? You are hasted, and you have 60 feet fly speed here in Limbo.
And I know it's limbo, so I can try to do cool shit.
In theory.
Okay. I have no idea how this is gonna work because I'm not a magic user, and so I'm just gonna speak into the void. I want a giant icicle flail on the end of my chains so I can cold damage. Try to hit him.
Okay, So you want to manifest a cold damage dealing flail
On the
on the
Limbo
end of your
chains.
chains to throw at
And do a
Atrexalon.
little extra damage.
Sure.
What I can already do.
Sure. For your reference, you're right on the boundary of the fire zone. You're not going to take fire, but if you get any closer, you will.
That's why I want to use my chains.
Okay. What's your range on your chain skin?
60 feet, I think.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Yep.
So, to start,
Okay.
make a intelligence, wisdom, or charisma check to attempt to manifest your will on Limbo.
Alright. Let's go for it. Let's do a wisdom.
What you're trying to do, DC is 18.
Check or saving throw? Check.
Check. As you
Unfortunately, no.
attempt, you shout this into the void. You watch as there's a passing bolt of lightning that just streaks out of the distance, and it comes by you. You watch it transmute into frost. As you try to grab onto it, it just kind of bounces and darts away into the ether. Unfortunately, that did not work. Now, was that your action or bonus action?
That was my bonus action.
Okay, so
So
you
I'm
still have your
just
action.
gonna attack with my action.
Make a normal attack.
13 doesn't hit.
Does not hit.
Second attack. 19?
Does not hit.
Alright.
Your chains fly out and glance off the massive scales of Atrexalon. All right.
That's
Any movement? Do you move at all in the space?
No, because I want to stay outside the bounds of this.
Okay. You stay right where you are. Zephyr.
All right, so Kaz has a flaming sword. Flaming swords aren't very helpful against Atrexalon right now. My curious thought is, I'm familiar with metamagic and transmuting that energy into lightning specifically, and
Yeah.
my lightning in particular. I want to consider the possibility of making Kaz's fire sword into lightning sword of the kind of lightning that I use, which is elementally charged to pierce through resistance. Is that something I can do?
Are you trying
Or
to do
something
this
I
with the
feel-
limbo magic?
Yes.
I will say, yes, you can do this. The DC for this is 25. If you want to use your metamagic points in attempting to do this, that will lower it to 20.
Okay, I have 2 points. Can I use 1 or 2 and have different DCs, or?
If you use 2, I'll make it 18.
Okay.
Not valuable.
And it's
Not
an
valuable.
intelligence check?
Yes.
Alright, let's do that, because otherwise all I'm going to do is lift up the lightning anyways. I will use both points, make it an 18, and make a intelligence.
Check.
Caster
DC
check.
18. Oof.
Wow. Okay, well,
Level 3. You attempt to do this, and as you focus on Kaz's sword, you watch the blue flames suddenly begin to freeze over and turn into lightning and crackle. But you can feel pushed back, and the will of the swords, you can sense that it's resisting your influence. It doesn't want to be lightning. It likes to be fire. Damn it! That's what it wants.
alright.
Good try. So that was your bonus
gonna go
action,
with-
I presume.
We're going to go with the classic method of fighting. So, are there little meteors and such in here, Limbo?
Yeah,
small rocks?
there's the occasional small comet just flying past and junk.
Alright. I want to use animate objects and animate 10 small rocks around the topaz dragon down here
Okay.
and have them start hacking away at it.
Okay.
With a tiny sight, not small, excuse me.
Do they have their own initiative, or do they take place on your turn?
I'm reading.
Also, as you cast a spell,
Yeah, I gotta make a check. It doesn't say.
we'll just keep it simple and do it after your turn.
It does not say. It doesn't matter. I have to use my bonus action to command them anyways, so they just sit there for now.
Okay. You
There'll
summon
be
them.
10 tiny objects. Let me
A
make
bunch
an
of the,
intelligence check.
the random, like, chunks of rock appear around the Topaz Dragon. The DC...
They are creatures, so like
The DC for Wild Magic Surging is 20, by the way. So you also fail that.
every single one's gonna be a wild magic. So sweet. Okay.
Time for...
If I'm no longer a dragon, and you are within 30 feet of me, then you don't have to worry about wild magic.
Correct. Sur's Tabor exerts anti-Havoc Haze.
But you're still a dragon. Okay, got it.
Once you take 44 points of damage.
Yeah.
All right, Zephyr. For the next minute, you can see invisibility.
Sweet.
He? You see?
Is there anything invisible around me?
Nope.
Okay.
Anything else? Do you move at all?
I want to move away from Atrexalon, so I'm not gonna
Yeah.
get fried by him.
Yep, you're right on the boundary of the fire. You can head
I mean,
up and over a little bit. Yeah,
I don't know, 30 feet, 60 feet that way.
that's safe. Out of the danger zone. All right.
That's it.
Atrexalon will now go. Atrexalon moves the coils of his body to make an opening such that he can look directly at all of you. He opens his maw, and you watch light gathering within as he directs a beam directly at all of you. With that, I need everyone within the beam, which is going to be literally everyone. It's a 40-foot wide beam. You're all in it. I need you guys to make a... Dexterity saving throw. DC 26.
I just save you the time and not. I mean, I guess you get a 20.
I physically can't.
Get your
Is Demiria within 30 feet of me? Yes, she is. I will grant her a D6 to improve her save
Okay, it's possible. 30% chance you could pass.
using the Astronomicon. Just roll 1d6.
That's that.
Ah!
So 24.
Plus.
Damn.
Oh, excuse me. It was Sir I meant to do because he's got 24.
Oh.
I read that wrong. I'm sorry.
Okay. 27 for Sir. Yeah, Sir will pass.
Alright.
I apologize for that.
You're gonna get thrown under the bus or
No, I wanted to help the person who was most likely to save.
Yeah,
So.
no, that's fine. I would have needed a 5 or a 6 to save.
So the damage is going to be 31 radiant damage and 41 fire damage.
Jesus Christ.
What's halfway?
I'm gonna use Doot. Okay.
And how much fire?
31 radiant, 41 fire.
So I took 20.
Like 15
Well,
radiant. Simple radiant.
You're raging, right? Because you have perpetual rage.
that's it. I didn't
Yeah.
voluntarily end it or what.
Yep.
So I'm still waiting.
All right. So this blast of energy, like a Tesla coil of fiery power, just comes arcing through this opening of the coils and streaks through, blasting all of you apart. It's pretty awful. You're left smoking in the aftermath. Okay, that is his turn. His turn. Meanwhile, over here, Atrexalon, on his head, you watch as one of the smaller, like, horns shudders and then cracks apart as pulling itself out of the crevice and flinging its wings wide. The amethyst dragon, you recognize its bony protuberances on its head, the crystalline structure. The one you've slain twice over now extends its wings and roars into the abyss, flying full tilt towards all of you. This guy hates you. He hates you.
All we've done is kill him twice. Like, what could he possibly hate about us?
Right?
Let's see.
We're
Yikes.
good guys.
120. He'll get there. He'll move. He will teleport with a bonus action to here.
Ooh, teleport bonus action to. Ooh, he's bigger than you, sir.
Oh no.
He is slightly bigger than Sir, yes. And then he will. You watch his neck expand as he's shooting an explosive crystal into your midst. 20-foot sphere radius. Let's do. Yeah, he can get all of you. He chucks it. He horks this large exploding crystal in the middle. It explodes and hits all of you. I need you all to. Let me check. I think so. Dexterity saving throw. DC 20, so you pass.
I
Wow.
rolled a 1.
Ouch. Wait, I don't know why I rolled twice, but
You rolled a 1 twice.
I think you rolled first.
Plus my 1 is 3 ones in a row.
If you were if you clicked on, you have to click on Demiria on that roll. Okay, you also pass. So 2 passes and 2 fails. It's 19 force damage.
It says I rolled a strength save. That's weird. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Rolled a 1.
So Zephyr and Sir, you take 19 force damage. Kaz and Demiria, you take 10 force damage.
I take half of 10 because I'm resistant to force damage.
Nice. You picked that with your resilience thing?
Yep.
Nice.
do you round up or down for damage?
Down.
I have 1 hit point then.
Oh.
As a dragon.
Just like Mario, doop, 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 you down to a center. Yeah.
The Moonstone Dragon is going to blast Moonlight Breath on the Silver Dragon in front of it. It makes a Dex saving throw. And fails, taking the full amount of 72 radiant damage. That is a really high roll, almost max. He's not looking good. Young Silver Dragon's barely alive.
What is it?
What's the Amethyst Dragon immune to as well? Is it force or something?
Amethyst is.
Nothing, but it's resistant to force answer.
Okay.
Sir,
It breathes a force weapon, I think.
Sir, you are a dragon with 1 hit point. What do you do?
Can't remember.
I'm going to toss myself into battle with this other amethyst dragon. So he flies up, he chucks his crystal. I pop up into his face and roar directly into his face. And take my bite and claw attack.
Go for it.
1 bite and 2 claws.
Both hit, dealing 25 cumulative slashing.
Oh wait, all
You-
3 hit.
Yeah, you get 2 claw attacks. So yeah, he takes half damage on the force. So 25 plus 23 is 47, I believe.
Yeah?
40.
5, 45, 47, yes. 48. Oh no. No, 47.
All right.
Okay. That is my action. And then as a bonus action, I want to will Limbo to create a blindfold halter around the Atrexalon's face.
You want to blindfold the Atrexalon, eh?
Blindfold the Atrexalon.
Make.
With blinders for a horse.
Yeah, but all of it.
I will say the DC for that is about 16. Make a mind check of whichever variety you want.
Mind check.
DC 16.
Can't Sir just do that? Creation bard?
Well,
Oh no, it was dragon.
Sir has a slightly lower DC because he's a creation bard, and what he's trying to do is viable.
16.
All right, that is the required amount. With that, you watch as again another lightning bolt comes streaking out of the ether across Atrexalon's face, and as it gets there, suddenly turns red, widens, and turns to this gigantic ribbon, this swirling red ribbon as you latch onto it and arrest it with your control. It wraps around Atrexalon's face, ties itself in a lovely little bow behind his big dragon horns, and he roars in confusion as he is now blindfolded.
Roars into his teeth.
And that is my turn.
Okay. End of your turn. Atrexalon's going to use 2 2 legendary actions to spawn a wyvern.
Oh god.
He's gonna spawn it. I'm gonna roll for it.
Good lord.
That enemy type. It's the enchanters from Hellcard.
Just keep coming.
He spawns a wyvern off of his body up here in the top of the map. It will now enter the initiative order. And roll. It goes higher up initiative later. Okay, sir, anything else?
What's it?
Alright. Kaz.
It was this young silver dragon that was in trouble, right?
The one in the top left has like 2 hit points left.
Top left. Okay. Can I get there? I have like 60 feet of fly speed. No, I cannot. Okay, well, then I'm gonna...
Also, given your proximity to Atrexalon, you don't trigger the fire, but if you were to like go down, you would probably be flying through the fiery aura. You could try to go up and over it, but that adds distance to it.
I'm immune to fire damage.
Oh, because you're Tasha's? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's
That's why that, like, the 2 60-10s or whatever, I only took like 15 damage from that.
Yeah, you could totally go help with the Topaz if you want.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fly my ass down here and take 2 attacks with ambition with advantage because I have foresight.
Both hit.
Nice. And then I need 10d6 for the fire damage, unless the Topaz is immune to fire.
He is not resistant or immune to fire.
1.
So let's see. The ambition currently predicts 2d6, which is incorrect. So yeah, roll 10d6. We'll just use that instead of the additional fire damage.
34. So 34 plus 17 plus 16 is like 70.
1 plus 16 is 57. Math.
Because 16 and 17 is over 30. 30 plus
17
it would be
plus 34. 67.
Yeah.
double damage.
All of that goes through. He's not resistant to any of it. Yeah, you hack and slash. So that was your action to take 2 attacks. Your movement.
And my bonus action. I want to try to will into existence a healing potion.
A standard healing potion.
Like a standard healing potion.
A healing potion?
Yes. But this is a you start small, then you get bigger, right?
Okay, I would say the DC for this is 10.
Oh, really? Okay. And what kind of check is it? Intelligence or wisdom?
Whichever
or...
you prefer, like charisma, intelligence, or wisdom. Your pick.
Oh, definitely charisma. 1d20. Whoops. 1d20. Oh god, I totally fucked this up. Plus 5. 24.
Yep. As you focus, you watch as mist coalesces in your hand, and poof, you're holding a cute little healing potion, freshly bottled from your recollection, exactly like you remember seeing them in the storefront when you were a child. Yeah.
Amazing. I will abuse this with every fiber of my being.
Abuse that healing potion?
Oh, it starts with healing potions. Potions of speed, superior healing potions.
Okay. The silver dragon's going to attack the topaz with a multi-attack. Bite, claw, claw. Topaz takes all of it. That's 13
Nice.
plus
39.
13 plus 14 plus 12. Yep, 39. All right. And then, so annoying. I don't know why this one song doesn't load. It refuses to work. Okay. That's his turn. Top of the round, the other silver dragon, which has 2 hit points, hanging in there. He's gonna bite and attack the moonstone dragon. And all of those miss. He is reeling from the radiant breath he took.
Wonderful.
The topaz will attack the silver dragon in front of it. Actually, it's going to decide. Does it want to attack Kaz or does it want to attack the silver dragon?
Yeah.
On a 1, it goes for silver. On a 2, it goes for Kaz. Going for silver.
Bigger. Makes sense. I'm not sure yet.
All of them hit 9, 20, and 34. 34 damage to the silver dragon. He's hanging in there, but he's looking pretty rough. Okay, the wyvern has entered the fray. It's going to dash and approach Zephyr.
Does that get within the Mirror's opportunity attack?
I don't
Oh, no.
think so.
10-foot reach, not 15-foot reach.
I'm not 70 feet tall anymore.
Demiria.
Why?
She's yeah.
Oh boy, alright. There's a wyvern attacking Zephyr and a big old dragon attacking Sir. Wyvern's closer. I'm gonna fly over and attack.
Okay. You get 5 feet closer and you can attack it.
And I get advantage, right? Because Zephyr? Or I get sneak attack.
Yeah, you get sneak attack.
Yep. I have my key to the Sorcerer Magus, man. I'm ready to go.
Alright.
Threatening him with my dagger of death.
Yeah. Let's
You don't.
go. That is 830 to hit.
Yeah, you hit.
Or
Smite him. I mean, you can't, but like, take him out.
13.
You're right. That's what it's
Sneak attack.
So 20.
That's 28. Second attack is a 25 to hit.
Yep.
For 12 damage.
All right.
And then a bonus action attack.
Okay. Attack with your bonus action.
That is a 14 to hit.
That does hit.
For
AC 13.
17.
Additional 17. All right, you hack and slash it. It's hurt, but still kicking.
Okay, and then last one.
All right, that is your whole turn. Zephyr.
All right. How close is Atrexalon to me and this wyvern?
Given your proximity, I'll say 25 feet.
How close do you need to be to get into his fire zone?
20 feet.
Okay. I'm going to cast Chain Lightning at 7th level on Atrexalon, and that'll allow it to jump to 4 targets. I'm going to include the wyvern, myself, the topaz dragon, and the amethyst dragon.
Excellent.
They all
right,
make
you
dex
can target
saves.
yourself.
I choose to fail.
Amazing. That's hilarious. I love it.
Clever.
Okay, so what's the dex you said?
Dex save.
I like the Atrexalon just like a wire. He's a conduit.
All of the ones are 2s. So 39.
39, and then Atrexalon rolls a 27 on the dex save.
All right. Well, they all take 39 damage, and I take 39 healing.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
It is actually half, but could I do a? Can I use my limbo magic to emphasize how much it heals me, so it's not half but full?
Sure. You can. I will say for something like that, that'll be to heal yourself the full amount instead of half. DC 15. Nat 20.
All right.
Nat 20.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So you heal the full amount. How much? How much could you heal?
It was 39. I could heal 108.
Yeah. I'll say you heal plus an extra 50%.
100.
So you heal 60 instead of
125.
40. Is what I say happens with the nat 20. As you
Excellent.
manifest this reality, you watch as the lightning, you throw it out from you, it arcs across the Atrexalon, arcing out and hitting all these enemies, and then bouncing back to you, supercharged with the Atrexalon's energy. You absorb all of it and feel energized.
He would take half damage, just as a reminder.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
You took that.
And then I guess I'm gonna stay here. It's actually safer next to the Demirian Wyvern. I'm gonna go hide on the other side of the wyvern. Hey, there we go.
Atrexalon.
Flanking.
Oh, you ignore. That's right. You ignore resistance from lightning, so he takes 20. Okay.
That's it.
Do you? So your animated objects are still hanging out over there.
No, I lost concentration on that
Okay.
because that giant death beam did 72 damage to me. So I wasn't
Fair.
gonna make that save.
Make another wild magic save for me as you cast chain lightning.
Is it a save?
No, it's a check.
Okay.
DC
18.
DC 20. Wild magic surges again. Wild magic surge. You regain
Oh, nice.
a lower level spell slot,
Nice.
Level 1 slot. It's
and
back.
you can still see invisibility.
Oh yeah.
Fancy tricks.
Keep
Okay.
your Havoc Haze denial away from me, sir. This is great.
Before Atrexalon's turn, he's going to use a legendary action and one legendary action and make a tail attack on Sir as the dragon.
But he can't see anything.
Disadvantage?
Yeah, he's disadvantaged. It's a good point. He is a dragon god, though. He does have true sight and can see through all physical barriers.
Oh.
I will say this gives him disadvantage on a melee attack against Sir, but 21?
There's a full cover behind the bigger Amethyst Dragon.
Right? Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay, Sir, as the tail, this writhing spaghetti thing comes through, it whips through the space and smacks you. You take 24 bludgeoning damage,
I am no longer a dragon.
which triggers contingency.
Pegasus!
As the Amethyst Dragon leaves the space, entering in, Sir appears, and there's a burst of fire as a celestial,
Nice.
astral sea-themed Pegasus appears beneath Sir. You rapidly jump upon it. You're now mounted and in combat.
I like that you got the token there for him. That's great.
I was prepared. Okay. Then you took the overflow damage on that?
I did. Okay, I have a question. Is there a good way to actually take damage on Foundry? Because I have to just do the math every time then.
Yeah, the way it kind of boils down to is you figure out the number is, you can right-click on your token and type in minus that number and press enter, and it'll update your health total on your character. That's the fastest way that I can do it.
You right click the token on there,
I did very okay.
and then you select the little health bar,
Oh, I see.
and then you say
Type in minus.
It says no.
Did you clear out the 10 or whatever?
Oh, but then you still have to do the math.
No, you just say minus. You don't say whatever the number is. You just say negative that, and it should take away your health bar.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. Okay. So that was his legendary action at the end of Zephyr's turn. Now it's Atrexalon's turn. He's going to roll to see if he gets back his hyper beam.
Please no.
If he rolls a 6, he gets it back. Roll a 2, does not get it back.
Wonderful.
He's going to make a multi-attack.
Yeah,
The-
for the hyper beam.
The blindfold does give him disadvantage on all these attacks to do melee attacks. Actually, he's going to take one of his
Magic
attacks
blindfold.
away to get rid of the blindfold. He exerts his will over Limbo, and it just evaporates first, and then he's going to take 2 attacks. He comes rushing forward, his head coming through the space, his jaws opening wide. He's going to do a bite attack towards Zephyr and a tail attack towards Demiria. Let's do bite for Zephyr, 36 to hit.
I think that might hit.
You will take 30 piercing damage and 20 force damage.
One moment.
How you doing, Zephyr?
I'm looking at my spells. I'm curious. Force is not an element that you can absorb, so.
Can I want to use my reaction to reset.
Sure.
Oh, thank you.
I think it's 36 or maybe 46 now.
I think it's 46.
I think it's 46, yeah.
Okay, roll 46.
All of my healing is going to go bye-bye otherwise.
That's reduced by 14.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
typically 14 force damage would go back to the attacker.
You can make it piercing.
I can't?
I mean, it's piercing force damage.
36.
It's arbitrary. One amount goes back.
Well, no, my ability is that the damage that I reduce on my
Right.
ally is reflected back by force damage.
Oh, it's force
Yes,
damage
it's
explicitly.
force damage.
Okay. Well,
So-
he is
Useless.
resistant to it. He takes half of it.
Oh, okay. Then 7. That's all.
Yeah, might as well.
Thank you. That was helpful.
You are welcome.
Okay.
He poked me with his tail, piercing damage.
And then you took 15 bludgeoning, raging, so 7.
7.
Not a lot.
Oh, he
Alright.
bit me. Never mind.
Yeah, he bit you with his big old force-empowered jaws. The amethyst dragon in front of all of you, he is going to suck in some singularity breath. He doesn't give a fuck about the wyvern. He's going to try and get you all in singularity breath, which he can do.
You guys got to spread out.
Yeah, Kaz is over there, but you all get blasted. Everyone make a strength saving throw in that area. So, Sir, Miria, the wyvern, and
29.
Zephyr. You
Can
pass.
my Pegasus make the strength saving throw?
Yes. Have the Pegasus, look up a Pegasus' strength and roll for it as well. Wyvern fails. The wyvern is obliterated. It's gone. Dancing item fails the strength saving throw.
I think this trash.
Needed through the void. Never be seen again.
This is going to be 47 force damage if you fail.
You can add a d4 with the necklace you have on, sir.
What did we say? What was DC?
The DC was DC
Is-
20.
I guess breath isn't like a spell, is it?
No.
You got 19.
Yeah.
Sad.
What was it?
DC 20.
Sad.
So your dancing item takes the damage. I applied it. Sir, you take the total amount of 47 force damage, as does your mount.
Okay. That will activate my death ward.
Oh shit.
So, gotta get out
Which
of here.
activates my contingency to Dimension Door.
Mentioned her where?
400 feet away!
500 feet.
500 feet away, whatever.
Yeah. If you want
In that
to be-
direction.
if you want to be as far away from Atrexalon as possible, you can get about, I'll say, 250 feet away from the outer bounds of where his body is, like out in limbo.
That's just as scary as being near a Atrexalon. Probably.
No, this is fine. This is good.
So you just go as far away as possible?
Yeah.
Cool. Zephyr is off the map, still there, but at 1 hit point far away, Dimension Door. Because you cast Dimension Door, Wild Magic Surge for me. Actually, wait. Sir is out with the Tabor, so it's 30 foot, Sir?
30 foot, yeah.
Oh, no, Zephyr was outside that by 1 square.
Once.
Nice.
Wild Magic Surge. Oh, what's the save you make?
I made a 7.
Nope. Wild Magic Surge.
I
You
cast
are-
polymorph on myself. Okay. What's the saving throw for polymorph?
It's
Just
your
get
spell
myself in the-
spell save DC, so make an intelligence, or I guess whatever the normal check would be for your own
Funny.
DC.
Don't save or something.
I gotta see what kind of spell it is.
What is this spell with polymorph? You're an avid
It's wisdom.
polymer.
It's wisdom.
Okay.
Oh no.
I'm a sheep.
So, in rapid succession, singularity breath. You get blasted, knocked into near unconsciousness. Your singularity, or your contingency activates. Death ward triggers. You're at 1 hit point. You teleport 400
Well-
feet away.
Am I actually casting the spell, or is the spell being cast?
You
With
cast
contingency.
it on yourself, according to
Okay.
this spell. You are now a sheep.
400 feet away.
The contingency spell. Am I casting it, or is it just happening?
It just happens. I won't trigger that
I'm just
twice.
curious whether it actually activates the Havoc Haze or not.
I think that the dimension door actively being cast from contingency would. Contingency.
Okay. What about casting polymorph? Is that activated again?
No, because that occurs on the far end after the dimension.
Oh, that's
door.
right. That's right. I'm away from what's his name.
So you're 200 feet away from the outer bounds of Atrexalon. You are a sheep, and you have more HP as a sheep than you would as a Atrexalon, or as a
Zephyr.
person.
This might be the best possible outcome.
Actually, yeah.
A sheep in limbo.
All right, excellent.
I need to find the sheep.
The Moonstone Dragon is going to make a bite attack on the Silver Dragon, which hits it, and the Silver Dragon is now dead.
Okay.
It turns back into a large boulder and floats off into the void. It's then going to use its movement to fly. Let's see how far it can fly. 80 feet. It's coming to join the party. That's his turn. Sir, you are up.
I'm pretty hurt. I'm a little scared that I won't make it through one more round.
Get a move from everybody. But I guess now you can't because you're being double flamed. Oh god.
Okay. As my bonus action, I am going to will Limbo to create a form of New Age torture device. So what's gonna happen is the two dragons that are in front of me are going to suddenly start growing think like spike growth, like dense ass blackberries from their mouths and kind of like wrapping around their entire like faces to stop them from biting. And
To
breathing.
stop them from doing dragon breath, you mean?
Yes,
And like biting and
and
attacking.
like biting and attacking.
Okay.
So it's like
Entangled centered on their tongue.
entangled, centered on their face.
Yeah. Are you targeting one or both of them? That determines the DC.
Both.
If you're trying to get both, I will say
No, for Topaz one because I can run then.
You mean the
The one that
Don't.
that I'm in range of.
this one?
Yeah,
so. Just the one.
just the one.
Just the one. Okay. I'll say the DC for that is 15. Okay. Intelligence or a brain skill of your choice.
It's a not a single.
That passes. Yeah, you watch as you start your turn, you focus, and twisted black brambles suddenly sprout out of this thing's mouth. It starts like flailing and choking, and black briars, like blueberries, popping up all over its face, or blackberries. Yeah, it can no longer use its breath attack, and it cannot make bite attacks.
And I'm like, did we hear that? Sorry! And I like tell the Pegasus to like swoop the fuck out of there. Oh boy.
Okay. So are you going towards Zephyr? We'll say Zephyr went east. Relative
I'll
on the
go
map.
towards Zephyr, try to keep us together.
Okay.
Peg has a fly speed of 90.
90. So you used only your bonus action so far. You could action dash if you want. Do you want to do that? Or do you want to use your action for something else?
Do I want to use my action for something else? I think I want to cast the lightning bolt as my action at 7th level.
Okay. At the two dragons or Trexalon?
Two
Or
dragon,
you get a Trexalon
both.
too.
all of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Lightning bolt is 8d6 plus 1d6 for every level above 3rd. I said 7th, which
Do
is
the math on that,
4d6. Roll
Okay.
12d6. And this dragon gets spooked.
Between bad time.
Oh, I should have rolled with advantage. I save. I need to tell Nick when he comes back.
retrospectively not turn into a sheep?
Yes.
You have. Well, then you only have 1 hit point.
That's better than being a sheep for an hour.
Oh, it's an hour? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Can't you just drop concentration and cast it on yourself?
No. It doesn't. It just says for the duration, which you can't. Like, if you just drop concentration, you just would, right? And it wouldn't happen for the duration.
Right.
But Therian's robes allow me to make saves against spells with advantage, which I forgot.
All right. So
Okay,
43.
Nick.
Yep.
Real quick retcon for you. Therian's robes allow me to make saves against spells with advantage. So I made my save with advantage, and I rolled 23. So I did not polymorph into a sheep.
Okay, very good. Fine with me. Okay, so 43 lightning
excellent.
damage to the 3 of them, right?
All 3 of them.
And what's the save?
Dex of 20.
20. So the Moonstone saves. I'm gonna give him disadvantage because his face is covered in brambles. Yeah, he failed. Okay, so he takes full amount of 43 lightning damage. And this dragon fails, takes 43 lightning damage. Atrexalon takes 43 lightning damage. He's resistant, so he takes 21. Alright.
And me and Peggy are 90 feet away, kind of towards Zephyr.
I'll say you kind of go up and over this like loop in the body. You're definitely up out of the way in the air, about like 20 feet or so. We'll say that 20 feet,
Yeah.
about that much. And you're heading towards Zephyr. You see just kind of floating off in the distance, smoke drifting off of her body. Okay. End of your turn. Atrexalon's going to use some legendary actions. He's going to use Chromatic Flare. Now that he's consumed the Quintessahedron of Fire, he has these powers available to him. He extends his radius of fire from 20 to 60 feet
Oh no.
in this one burst of fire energy. I think that encompasses several of the dragons, Kaz, Demiria, Sir, let me think. 20, yeah, Sir's in it too. So all of you need to make saves who are in that space.
What's the save?
This is let me check. Sorry. Dexterity saving throw DC 25.
Oh, okay.
Oh, your dex is terrible, Kaz.
It's +1, yeah. It's my worst one. That and int. Everything else is like over +5.
You're just dumb and clumsy.
Hilarious. Everyone's failing.
The dancing item 4.
Literally no one saved. Okay. You all take a full amount of 11 fire damage from this
No.
action.
No.
I refuse.
Kaz doesn't give a shit.
If you say no, the fire damage cannot legally damage your body.
Is that how that works?
Not sure that's how that works.
You just have to say no.
This does not kill the silver dragon. He's just very badly hurt.
I'm trying.
Okay. Kaz, your turn.
Hey, let's do 2 more attacks on this buddy here. Okay, did actually do 2 attacks. Any crits? Over 30, and another 10d6 fire
Absolutely
damage.
hits. Yeah.
33.
So let's see. That's going to be... Calculator.
28 plus 4 would be 32, plus 33 is 65.
Yes. He had 54 hit points. You cleave through the body of this topaz dragon, decapitating it. It disintegrates into ashes and launches. They kind of like circulate back and reform towards Atrexalon's body. He's dead, but not forever.
Right. And then as my bonus action, I would like to give the potion that I created last turn to the silver dragon.
That okay. Roll 2d4 plus 1 hit point or healing.
2d4 plus 2 or something like that? What is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Potion healing plus 2, yeah, okay. 6 hit points.
You golden buddy.
You. And I'm like, pat him on the head and say, you did good.
Definitely helps. He's at 17 hit points.
That's not exactly an attack, but like, you know.
His turn, invigorated, as you pat him on the head, he's like, why do I exist? I don't know, but I'm gonna help out anyway. And he turns and he's gonna fly up and over Atrexalon's body, getting to like here, turn, and then do a cone of cold, fire, icy breath towards both of them and Atrexalon. Con saving throw. Rolling.
It seems likely that Atrexalon will save.
Me neither, little buddy.
The 57 cold damage was pretty good.
It's pretty
Damn.
good.
They both save.
That's a lot of 7s. 8.
What about Atrexalon?
He rolls a nat 1 for 19.
He failed!
Amazing.
Wow.
Get
Yeah.
him, Silver Dragon!
So these two guys take 57 each. Or sorry, they half of that. 28. 28. Yeah. Now, Atrexalon takes the full amount of 57 cold damage.
Nice.
As that damage goes through, you watch that part of Atrexalon, he like winces away from it. He kind of like recoils slightly. Mechanically, I'll let you know, Atrexalon just passed a certain threshold, one of many potential thresholds of damage, for your reference.
Okay.
One of many, he says. Wonderful.
Oh, like
Potential
it gets a little bit lower every time.
That was his action. He's gonna try and manifest reality. He's gonna go big. Yeah, the dragon's gonna help. He's helping. He like stares down at the opposing enemy dragons and he's like, "This is my purpose. Go away!" And he like focuses. He's gonna try and banish the amethyst dragon. DC, we'll say 17. He's gonna make a charisma check. He rolls a 19 for 23. Yeah. The amethyst dragon, the one that is out to kill you all, is banished, and that's happened. Yep. Cool.
Oh, the silver dragon vanished. I thought he was being banished.
No, yeah.
He's banishing.
Wow.
Because it's important, I will
Like,
retroactively give you those attacks.
there.
Top of the round, Demiria, you're up. You are hasted. You have not used those hasted attacks.
I know, I just forgot. Okay. I have been abandoned by both Zephyr and Sir. So I'm going to use my bonus action to attempt to will into existence a second Demiria. Because what's better than one Demiria? A Demiria simulacrum.
Oh,
Just as she is now, same amount of hit points that I
Yeah,
have, same
just a duplicate.
whatever, just a duplicate. She can only
Okay.
only has the glaive, whatever.
Mhm.
That's what I want to attempt to do.
The DC for this, I'll let you know, given
That'd
your...
be crazy. I've seen Zephyr do a simulacrum. Zephyr probably rambled about it. Late
Done them
nights
a few
over dinner.
times.
We're gonna say it's 23.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Ooh, I have to roll a nat 20 basically to make that work. Okay.
It's possible.
It's
possible.
possible.
Roll and
5%.
found.
I don't need it.
Do the gods of luck, are they in your favor? Not
So,
today.
Not particularly.
Does DM Inspiration allow me to reroll, or does it give me an add?
Oh, well, inspiration lets you re-roll. I'll let you roll this again if you want.
I don't
You
know
have
if I
DM
wanna spend
Inspiration.
my inspiration on this because getting a nat 20, it's such a ridiculously high chance or low chance.
If you wait until next turn, I can give you inspiration, the regular kind. You
Yeah,
can use
sure.
it on the building.
I'll wait for now.
Okay, that was your bonus action. Did not occur. Good try.
Sad. Okay, I'm going to fly over to this dragon. The music's gone, but
I don't want to have to using my bonus action to manifest reality.
and bubble.
All right, go for those attacks.
It's bonus action.
First attack.
First attack.
And I'll give you, because haste, this is very important, I will give you 2 extra attacks this round from the past 2 rounds you did not have any attacks.
Okay, 25 to hit.
That is.
For a total of 17 damage. I'm gonna attack recklessly for this.
Okay, so you get sneak attack.
Yes.
Then you can do else from the game. Is that the action? Oh, he's banished. Never mind. You can do Atrexalon.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that. Okay, so that's 9 sneak attack damage and 11 necrotic. From Grave.
11 from Wells from the Grave. Atrexalon also takes 11.
Yes. My second attack is a 16 hit.
That does not hit.
Alright. Third attack
Attack from haste.
is a 28 to hit
That hits.
for 13 damage.
13 damage.
And then last hit. I
Wait.
got 2 attacks.
You normally have 2. Your haste gives you a third. You've taken 3. So you have 2 more after this. You have 2 more to do this round. You just did 3 attacks, right?
Yes.
So you have 2 more attacks. And then you go from the attacks you didn't take
Yeah,
last
that's
time.
what I said. Okay. So the next
Yeah.
attack is a 24 to hit
Okay.
for 13 damage.
Okay.
And then the last attack is a nat 20
Okay.
for 26 damage.
With the last hit, you smite the Moonstone Dragon, its face wrapped in brambles. You slice through the horns and the neck, and it goes flying, scattering into ashes. Destroyed.
Alright. That's
Um,
fine.
Yeah, at this point, there are no more dragons visible on the battlefield besides the silver dragon that's on your side, as he
Yeah.
concentrates on banishment. Okay, and your turn. End of your turn. Atrexalon's going to use his last legendary action to make a tail attack against Demiria. He rolled a nat 1, so that's 2 nat 1s in a row for Atrexalon. That's his turn. Zephyr, you are at 1 hit point, floating in the void. You see the chaos.
Yes, I do. All right. I want to use my magic of the... Not my magic. You obviously use my magic, but I'd like to use the limbo juice to cast my magic at a very, very long range. I'll fly closer to make it easier. So basically what I do, I want to cast Summon Fiends, but I just want to be a lot closer.
Okay. I'll say DC for this is 13.
Okay.
You
Let's
warp
see how close I can
space
get him, at least.
to manifest your spell closer to the target.
13.
All right, that counts.
I'm going to cast Summon Fiend at 8th level for Ultra Bagman.
Ultra Bagman.
And he's going to be in Yugoloth form.
Okay, so summoned fiend. Yugoloth. All right, Ultra Bagman.
And I'd like him to be, like, over here, if that could.
Sure. Up top.
Yeah. Okay, so what he's going to do is attack 4 times
How many hit points
with
does he have?
his... He has 120.
All right. So 4 attacks. Are they melee?
They're all melee attacks.
Is he
At
immune
the
to
end of
fire?
his attacks, he can teleport 30 feet away.
He's resistant to
So
fire,
he's-
But okay, it's on the start of his turn.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so he's going to attack, teleport to safety, move in,
Got it.
attack, teleport to safety. That's the plan.
sounds good.
So he makes 4 attacks at 1d12 excuse me. It's 1d20 plus my proficiency bonus, which is 12. And the first one is actually a nat 20, so that's critical.
Yeah.
And he does 1d8 plus 3 plus 8. So 1d8 plus 11 slashing damage per attack.
Atrexalon's armor class is 23 for your all's reference.
1, 2, 3, and then one extra 1d8 for the critical.
That's 12
A 1.
17 plus 18. 19 plus 1. Total of 49, and that's magical slashing stuff?
I assume it's magical, it doesn't say.
I'll say it's magical
Is that-
because it's an 8th level, like, it's fine. It's magical.
Okay.
Right.
And then he teleports 30 feet away, so he's not going to get burned to death.
Alright. He flies right outside the range, having braved the fiery proximity for a round before fleeing. He's fine. Anything else?
That's it.
Atrexalon's turn. He's going to roll 1d6 to see if he gets his hyper beam back. He does not. Okay, what does he do instead? Demirka.
Uh-oh.
You and the Silver Dragon are the closest to his face. Therefore, he will target you both. He's going to bite the Silver Dragon and do 2 tail attacks on you. The Silver Dragon is no more. What?
Oh, that.
No, he got rid of that. Turn 2. So a 22 and a 30 to you.
Just both hit.
Make 2 strength saving throws. Actually, it doesn't matter. It would knock you prone, but like it's limbo, so who cares? So you would take 34 bludgeoning damage. The Raging have that. But the Silver Dragon is deleted, which also means that the Amethyst Dragon returns from banishment.
Oh no.
In my way.
Not quite. That is Atrexalon's turn. The Amethyst Dragon will
Well,
come at Demiria because she is closest.
Bro.
He flies towards you, claws
Enters
outstretched.
my ring.
He does.
That's fucking good. That is a 26.
Hits.
For 20 damage.
Okay. Okay. He's gonna hit you back. 1 bite attack and 2 claw attacks. What's your armor class?
19.
Okay, so the first one, the bite misses. You take 2 hits. That's 26 slashing, so 13 after.
don't forget you have haste, which gives you plus 2 AC.
Okay.
Have what?
Plus 2
Oh.
AC from haste. And double movement.
Okay.
Remember all that.
Yes.
Alright, that's his turn. Sir.
As a bonus action, will inspire Demaria.
Alright.
As an action, I'm gonna do something kind of dumb.
Like it.
What? It's part of the story. What I want to do is I'm gonna focus on the spot in Atrexalon's abdomen that's like right behind the Amethyst Dragon,
Okay.
and I want to expand the air that is there, creating like from the inside, creating like a big bulge. And what this is gonna do is give him a really bad tummy ache, so it's hard to concentrate on the fight. And it's also going to expand the scales, leaving little crevices for Demiria to stab him better.
Okay. So I'll give you two options here. Do you want to give him a bellyache such that he is less likely to use legendary actions not on your turn? Or do you want to lower his AC such that he can, Demiria can more effectively slice at his scales? You can do both, but that makes the resulting save that much higher.
Well, Demira's going to deal with the Amethyst Dragon for a second, so I will go for the legendary action option.
Okay. You just want to distract him, make him very uncomfortable with tummy rumbles. Let's see. That's going to be... You're targeting Atrexalon. Very magical.
But I'm targeting the air within Atrexalon.
Right, which you cannot see. You assume there's air there. It might just be pure magic. Does
Does he identify with his blood vessels?
I will say, DC 17 on this one. His legendary actions are important.
Nice.
There you go. Yeah, you watch that part of his abdomen begin to like swell and distend weirdly. He begins to writhe and shiver and like discomfort. You've definitely distracted him. I'll say for the next 2 rounds, he only has 1 legendary action per round instead of 3.
That's huge.
That's pretty big.
All right. I will have Peggy Boy fly another 90 feet, kind of like up and out, so that I'm pretty far from harm.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll say you're... Are you going towards Zephyr still, or just trying to get away?
I'm still going vaguely in Zephyr's direction.
Okay.
I'm mostly trying to get away.
Yeah, we'll say you're like 70 feet up and you're, nearing the edge of the map here. Going towards Zephyr.
You can tell me with your telepathic connection what you're interested in doing.
I'm trying to like be able to spellcast from afar and not be taking fuck tons of damage.
Okay. I was curious if you were trying to get closer to me for a reason.
No, just to stay vaguely in your vicinity so that when we have to plane shift, we can do that.
Atrexalon's going to use his 1 legendary action to make an attack against Demiria. A tail attack.
Oh my gosh.
Demiria, it's a 30 to hit, 23
Yeah,
bludgeoning.
Okay. Yeah. So 20 or so.
11. Okay. Kaz.
Alright, I am gonna use my movement to fly 60 feet or so that I'm within 30 feet of Demiria, because she's like 89 feet.
Yep.
So. And then I am gonna... How bad would it be to do some wild magic? Probably not horrible, right? Let's do, 30-foot cone. Can you give me a 30-foot cone? Does that hit both the Amethyst Dragon and Atrexalon? Oh, no, it wouldn't.
So what are you trying to say, Josh?
I'm trying to get the Amethyst Dragon in a 30-foot cone with Atrexalon, but it looks like I can only do one or the other.
Yeah. Atrexalon's too big and far away. If you got closer, you could... If you want, you could bonus action try to make the cone longer.
That's a good idea. Can I try to extend by whatever it is, like 10 feet to get...
Yeah. That's pretty low DC. I'll say DC 13 for that. If you can make 13, then it will hit both of them.
Sad.
Sadly, it does not succeed.
I tried to extend the cone range. Okay, so I can't hit either of them, or I can only hit one of them?
Just one.
Just one. Okay, I will still do that. I will do... where'd it go? I'm not used to using the spells in Foundry.
Binding Ice or something else?
Yeah, right, there it is. Ram's Binding Ice. On Atrexalon, or is it? Yeah, I can't reach.
Are you
the dragon.
picking? You can pick either of them. Sorry, you can pick which one you want to target.
Oh, like that would get the dragon?
Yeah, you could get the dragon or Atrexalon, but not both.
Okay, I will do the dragon.
Okay. You will make a con save. He rolled a 2 for 14, which fails, so he takes 15 cold damage.
Nice.
All right.
And that's my turn. So use my bonus action and action. And then wild magic.
Yes. Make that wild magic save.
Is that a what kind of save is that?
It's in. So for you, it'd probably be charisma. So +5 d20.
Okay.
For this, it's a
2 5s. Wow.
that fails. Time for wild magic. Let's see what you get.
Oh boy. A creature.
Oh.
Are frightened of you.
Okay. Well, you cast this. You watch as with a large popping noise.
Once.
One flump appears 20 feet away, flails its tentacles, and shrills loudly as it goes flying away towards the Atrexalon. It bursts into flames and dies. Okay, moving on.
Nice.
Kaz, top of the round, Demiria.
Okay. If I can't have 2 Demirias, then more Demiria is still good. So I'm going to try to will myself to be enlarged by 1 size.
Okay, that's pretty
Nice.
doable. That would be DC 12.
2 sizes.
DC 15.
Okay.
It's all or nothing.
3 sizes. 10 sizes.
So what ability are you picking?
Wisdom, and I'm gonna use Sir's
Inspiration?
inspiration.
Okay.
D12
1d12
with advantage.
with advantage.
It's a check. So yeah. 22.
22.
You
Could have gone 3 sizes.
swell to 2 times bigger than you currently are.
Nice.
So I'll count this as mechanically you're enlarged. You get the 1d4 extra damage. Yeah.
All right. Let's
Amazing.
go to town. All right. That's gonna be an attack against the Amethyst Dragon.
That was your bonus action.
That was my bonus action.
You get 3 attacks with haste. Which one does that go for?
And I'm gonna attack recklessly.
Okay.
Oh my god, D&D Beyond.
Over here.
That is a,
I can roll it on button.
no, sorry, the game log just went away. Okay, that is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and then...
Go 3 times. Just make it fast.
Okay, then because I don't want to roll this 6 times.
Yeah.
And wait for it to load.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So what's the modifier? It's 1d10 plus 1d4 plus what?
14.
14. First time is 19 damage. What's the second 2 attacks? What's your modifier? It's
14.
2d20 plus
14.
14. Okay.
Plus 14, Jesus Christ.
So second hit. That was the damage.
Yeah.
That was incorrect.
That's 13.
Doing work.
Okay, so is that a crit? No. So that's 3 hits, all 3 hit, and then the damage for each one is
Okay,
1
d10
d10 plus d4 plus
plus 8 plus 3 since I'm
plus 3. Okay. All right, so first one 16, second one 21, third one 22.
And I'm gonna toss a sneak attack on top of that.
Okay.
Since I attacked recklessly. 4 extra
Some
12 damage.
Extra
Spells
12
from the grave.
to
4
Atrexalon.
extra 3.
3 plus 12 plus 22 plus 21 plus 16 is 74 damage,
God damn.
which is exactly enough to get him past the boundary and slay the Amethyst Dragon for the third and final time,
I'm like,
hopefully.
why won't you stay dead?
You're hacking and slashing, he's roaring and like, I will defeat you all in Draconic, which you can't understand, and then he dies.
Okay.
Just stay dead.
And then I'll use the rest of my movement to go up closer to Atrexalon.
All right. Entering the fiery range,
How close can I get without entering?
25 feet.
So then, I'll go to 20.
Okay, right outside the fiery range.
He's like kind of moving a lot. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little wishy-washy.
Yeah. Woman too angry to die.
All right. So now with that, you've successfully killed all of his dragons. Zephyr.
Kill all of our dragons.
Right. I've seen Kaz do it before. I'd like to generate a potion. A little bit stronger one, though.
Too big.
Something moderate sized. What sizes are there? There's like normal, greater, supreme.
Superior.
Yeah, there's a Supreme is the biggest one, which is 20d4, I think.
Not doing that one.
I'll say a standard healing potion is DC 10, a greater is 12, a superior is 15, and a supreme is 20.
Go for a greater. That seems
Okay,
appropriate.
DC 15.
Should have tried for the supreme.
You manifest a healing
Okay.
potion.
And I immediately drink it.
Okay. So that's your
What's
action and
the-
bonus action.
Roll. What's the roll for that?
Let me check.
I can check too, I suppose.
That's going to be a 8d4 plus 8 for a superior.
8 plus 8. 24! Nice. And then I'm going to move 60 feet closer. So I think I'm at like 440 now or something. No, because I moved closer last round, so 380.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and then I will command the Bagman incarnate to continue his assault.
Go
So
for
I
it.
asked earlier if he can teleport after each attack or just after all of them. It sounds like each one according to the text.
Huh. I would say probably just once. Oh, immediately after the attack hits or misses can... Yeah, it sounds like each one, if he wants to.
Okay, doesn't really matter. So it makes 4 attacks.
They
Well, last
all-
one's a crit.
They all hit.
All of them?
Wait, no. 20 misses.
Okay.
Huh? Swirl?
And the crit is 2. So 13, 15, 16, 2, 14, 32, 48, I think.
Okay. 48 from the Yugoloth.
46.
46. As the Yugoloth teleports around, like moving through the fire, running across the back of Atrexalon, prying up scales and slicing like light beams out from where he cuts into the body. You see Atrexalon writhe again, discomforted with his bloated abdomen, and the creature is slicing him. He has passed a second threshold of potential value.
Okay, and then I want him to teleport 30 feet to safety with his last attack.
Okay, he moves right outside of Atrexalon's body range. Anything else? Your turn?
I'm out.
Atrexalon is up. He's still bloated for one more round, so he is going to see if he gets back his Hyper Beam. He does not get back Hyper Beam.
Ooh, that's been really lucky.
Demiria is there. Kaz is there. He's going to make a tail attack against Kaz. Or wait, no, it's his action. It's his turn. So he's going to make a bite attack against Demiria and then 2 tail attacks against Kaz. So that all hits, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, yeah.
So Kaz, you're going to take
40, 50.
54 bludgeoning damage.
How you doing?
And Demiria will take 25 piercing and 29 force, so halved after rage, it's going to be 12 plus 29. So 41. 41 total, Demiria.
Okay.
If only he wasn't immune to radiant.
That's his turn. Sir.
I'm gonna do a mental check-in with everybody, telepathically, like, how we doing?
Not the best.
Should I do it
Whenever you're ready, you guys got a dimension door to me so we can teleport out of here.
I'm at about 100 hit points, which means I've taken about... Oh, you guys can't hear me?
I can hear
Oh
her.
yeah, good because
Because she's in the same building?
Well, no, because she's in the other room right now.
you have Grace in
It says you're muted on Discord.
I don't think she's muted. Try again, Grace. Keep talking.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
What were
Well,
you
I
saying?
forgot what I was gonna say now, so...
I was like, how are we doing? Should I do the spell now?
Oh, you mean... Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Should we hold out for another turn? Is this it?
How is he looking?
Unless I muted her.
Like a dragon god.
I think it's a question of how much longer you think you guys can handle it, right?
I could probably go for another 1 or 2 rounds.
Okay. Kaz?
I could probably go for a single round.
Okay. Telepathically, I want to send Kaz instructions.
Okay.
I'm going to inspire you,
Okay.
and I want you to use your limbo turn to make a radiation shield around Demiria so that she can hit him without fire damage. Ooh. Never mind, I'll just do it.
I think I know what that means.
I'll just use my action to do that. So I'm gonna take inspiration from the spacesuits that we had to make and think about fire resistant materials that I'm familiar with on Athandria, and then
What level spell to cast fire shield?
make her a radiation shield.
Okay, so you're gonna try to manifest cold protective energy around Demiria?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reflection rather than cold protection, but whatever works.
Do you want that to be fire immunity for Demiria, or she already has fire resistance?
I want it to be fire immunity.
Okay. For fire immunity, which is pretty nice, I will say that's going to be DC 17.
Oh, nice.
19. You reach out with your mind, you watch as the essence around Demiria begins to swirl her enlarged form. You see like wisps of cold and ice swirling around her. She's now immune to fire.
Nice.
I'm like, I hit him hard! And then I'll inspire Kaz with my bonus action.
Okay. Action, bonus action. Movement?
Movement. I guess it wouldn't hurt to go another 60 feet up.
Okay. 130 feet up. Zephyr is out at an angle 300 feet away, and you're going up 130 feet. For reference. Okay.
Let's go 50 feet up. 50 feet up.
Okay.
In
120.
case I have to enact Plan D.
Casbiel.
How are you doing on health, Demiria?
I'm at about 100 hit points, which means I've taken roughly 450.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to use my bonus action to give myself 5d6 with healing light, because #paladin.
Nice.
Handy.
Firm. Oh shit, that's supposed to be 5. So I will subtract that 3, and it is instead 16 health.
Okay.
Is useful because that's about half of what I took last turn. And then as an action, I'm gonna... Where are those exposed scales? Are they
There's no mechanical advantage from what Sir did.
Well, yet.
Yet. Okay.
They were right.
Yeah, they're basically right there if you want to get there.
Yeah, I want to... That's exactly 60 feet, so perfect. I'm going to run up, and I'm going to take a couple of attacks with Ambition, even though it's not the best because he's immune to most things.
Go ahead and get an attack.
Any crits? No crits. 30, 27, 17 plus 18 slashing, which is 33 plus 2, 35.
Nice. It's pretty good overall.
Not bad.
You shouldn't have bothered with that.
Okay, so you're now within the flame aura, and you make your attacks. You're immune to fire. I would say the divine blessing thing you did, that kind of counts like magic in my mind. Give me that wild magic surge.
That's a paladin feature.
It's magical healing.
It's not lay on hands, but okay.
Chaos. Embrace the chaos.
DC
All right,
15.
hit me with that wild magic. What's the save?
15.
Charisma.
Whatever. Yeah, charisma check.
Or
saving throw, I guess.
saving throw or
Charisma
okay.
saving throw for wild magic specifically.
22.
You do not have wild magic. All right. End of your turn. He's going to use his one legendary action to manifest a wyvern. He's going to sick it on Sir, who's trying to fly away. It's going to pop out of his body and take its turn to dash 120 feet all the way up to Sir. So, Sir, you have a wyvern sicked on you. It's going to enter the initiative. Okay. That was his one legendary action for the round. Demiria.
All right, wait. Let me put this chocolate into the double boiler. 1 second.
She's making a chocolate babka and has been working on this all day.
Not great. Falling in.
Sounds pretty good.
For Nick's birthday. And it finally proved. Okay, so I am now immune to fire.
Yes.
Amazing. I'm gonna go Super Saiyan and recklessly attack Atrexalon. Get right up in his face. Can I get to his face?
If you want to go to his face, you probably can. Yeah, you can get
I
close.
just think it like to his eye. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go fucking gouge his eye out.
Nice. If you want to attack the eye specifically, the DC goes a little bit up, but it is a weak spot.
Okay, well, I'm going recklessly, so let's go for it.
His armor class is 25 for the eye.
Well, that is a 33 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh, sorry, I meant to say as a bonus action, I would like to speak the word and have Dark Feather be unleashed.
Oh, okay. You're turning that on for this turn, so it's a +5 now.
Yes, so 34 to hit.
Definitely hits.
Or 35. And then, let's see. Go ahead and roll my base damage, which is 20, and then I'm going to add an additional 2, 3. Nick, can you roll this for me?
How many?
I'm going to add 5d12 and 2d8.
All right. 36 additional necrotic damage, which all goes through.
Okay.
Nice.
In addition to the 20, and then an extra 9 with sneak attack, and that's my first attack.
Okay, so that's going to be 9 plus 36 plus 20, you said?
No, we're in
Yeah.
line.
And just to double check, that's with the +5, like the extra damage and rage, you are all adding that in correctly?
No, I forgot to add in the extra rage.
So it's how much?
So that adds an extra 3 for rage.
And the +5 modifier?
I thought that was just to the attack, not the damage.
It goes from a +3 glaive to a +5 glaive, which adds 2 to both your attack roll and your damage roll.
Okay, so then add another 2. I didn't
Yeah.
add that either.
Just double checking.
Okay.
5 plus 2.
So 70 damage for the first hit.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Second hit is also a 35 to hit
That'll do it.
for 15 damage.
Okay.
And I have more hit dice to burn. Let's do it. I'll do my last 2 d8s for my rogue hit dice,
Okay.
and I'll do 2 more d12s for my barbarian hit dice. So 2 d12s and 2 d8s.
That's a bad roll. 13 total.
Gross. Okay.
Really
Well,
bad.
let me take my hasted attack. Tw- 28
That will hit.
for an additional 16.
All right, an additional 16.
And that's it.
Yikes. What a turn. So you
That's
burned
my-
all of your remaining hit dice.
Yes.
You made multiple attacks, and this was all targeting the eyeball, which had a higher armor class than the standard amount. You have gouged out Atrexalon's left eyeball now that you, with your transformed Reaper glaive, going all in straight for that 1 weak spot. It's now just a bloody mess. Like you see light pouring out of it. Like he's literally, his blood is luminescent. It's just glowing liquid that just goes gushing out and like rivulets all around you.
Am I just covered in his blood now?
Yeah, you're covered in like sparkling, wet, burning liquid, but you're immune to fire, so it's fine.
Can I? Well, no, never mind. I used all my stuff. I want to try to catch the eye. Or maybe it's stuck on the end of my glaive.
Did you use a bonus action? I forget.
I did to speak the power word to
That's
make
right.
my.
Transform. All right. That is Demiria's turn.
That's a
Zephyr.
hell of a turn.
I'm gonna use. I had to think about this, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast Wish to cast Regenerate on myself.
All
Wish
right.
to what?
To cast Regenerate on myself.
Very good. That works for me.
Wait, hold on. If you're gonna do that, just heal us all back up to full.
I can't do that because it's a 9th level spell, and I could lose it.
No, it's part of the wish spell. I was thinking about doing it myself.
Oh, it is. Isn't that one of the ways that it fails or whatever?
There's no chance that it fails. It's just a thing you can do.
It's
with
like
wish
one of
spell.
the features of Wish.
Oh, you're right. I should have read the spell first, but that is better. I like the idea of being able to get +1, but that's better. We'll do that.
With greater restoration, yeah.
So everybody is to full.
That's good. So, looks me.
All right.
I can see them all. Not Atrexalon, obviously, but everybody else is healed to full.
Yeah. So.
Wait, is that
Zephyr,
right? Is that right? Hold on, let me read this.
Is there range on that? Or is it just like, let me read it too.
Wish.
You can choose one of the following effects of your choice. You
Don't,
allow
don't heal just yet.
that you can see to regain all hit points.
No, it's produce any effect other than duplicating another spell weakens you. That's right. So I don't want to do that. That one is a possible loss of spell feature, which
Yeah.
you
So
know
you have to
I shouldn't
roll.
care because it's the end of the campaign, but I care, and so would Zephyr.
Zephyr
So I'm
selfish
gonna
brain.
do the regeneration plan.
All right. You cast
Keep your hit points where they are.
no mass healing. You use the Wish spell to cast Regenerate on yourself. Very good.
And then I'd like to move closer with my action.
Okay. Action dash. Or you mean?
Well, so I'd also like. Can I use the limbo magic to quicken a dimension door?
So you just cast 9th level spell.
Yeah, it
which,
wouldn't work. That doesn't make sense.
I would allow
I'll
you
just
to
move
make
faster.
attempt to also cast 2-leveled spells in one turn if you wish, but there's a relatively high DC for that.
No, I'll just keep moving forward.
Okay.
Also well known.
So
And
you're
then
currently-
I'm gonna have the. I am now 320 feet away,
Okay.
and then I'll have the fiend continue his work.
All right. Make your attacks.
Wow, that is not what I meant. Right?
1D 2012. No.
Yeah, it should be +12. There we go. Sorry.
They all hit. His armor class is 23.
Two, 3, 4. 30, 49, 50, or 64.
64.
And then he'll teleport to safety.
Very good. As a result of this, Atrexalon has passed the 3rd threshold, of which there are several. With that, though, this pain, you see, like, his eye is gone, Demiria obliterated it, he's writhing in pain, the fire, like, burning across his scales. He roars into the void in fury. You persist! How can mere mortals defy the inevitable? I am a god, and yet you challenge me with such audacity. Your hubris knows no bounds. I will grind you into ash. That is his screaming, his hissy fit.
He's inevitable.
Okay,
Well, we are.
that was Zephyr's turn. The Wyvern is now initiative, and the Wyvern's going to attack Sir with a bite attack and a stinger attack.
Just out of curiosity.
Sir, 20 and 25 to hit.
That will hit.
You need to make a Constitution saving throw as the poison.
Oh wait, hold on. Oh no, that'll still help. Never mind. Constitution saving throw.
Yes. DC 15 on the paralysis poison from the wyvern.
Oh, thank God.
You pass. So let me check really quick on the damage with that. Stinger, half as much damage. So you take half the poison damage. So in total you take 22 piercing damage and 13 poison damage.
22 and 13 is 30.
Oh, because of bite and sting.
Right. Atrexalon's turn. He is pissed. He's going to roll a 1d6 to get back his hyper beam. Now that he's past the third threshold, he's getting desperate. He gets his hyper beam back on a 5 or a 6 instead of just a 6
Oh, fuck.
Roll a 2. I'm getting lucky
Hyper
on
beam
that
is
one.
like instant death beam. Better
Basically.
term for it.
Doesn't have it back yet. He's getting tired. He's gonna make a bite attack on Demiria and a tail attack on 2 tail attacks on Kaz. Wow, not 1 on Kaz. So Kaz, you get hit by 1 for 24 bludgeoning.
1-4, okay.
Then Demiria, you get hit by the bite attack for 20 piercing and 21 force, so 31 after doing the rounding.
We did not end up healing.
No healing.
No, we did not.
Right. Okay.
It actually would have caused some major problems for me in addition to the possible chance of losing Wish. Where I take damage for every level of spell I cast.
Oh, shit.
So I'd have been like, let's get out of here, and I would have died.
The 31 you said after having it, Nick?
Yeah, 31 after all the math.
Awesome, thanks.
Okay, now, sir, it is your turn. The limbo effects have faded. His swelling is gone. He's full back up to all his legendary actions now.
Okay. Yell to everybody again. Is it time yet?
I don't know. It might be. We're getting pretty low here.
Or do we have one more round?
The only thing that gives me pause is the metagaming of Nick saying he's past the third threshold of many.
Right? How many are there?
I mean, there could be an infinite number.
One more round.
I could do it one more round.
I can do one more.
Cage on the wyvern.
Force cage?
Force cage.
Hilarious. It's force caged. Wait, is there a save?
Nope.
Yep. No, I didn't think so.
It's like, I don't want to deal with you right now. I have bigger problems.
Excellent. Yep. Make a. You've got the Tabor, so no, you're good. You don't need to do wild magic.
Yes. And Peggy's gonna fly me 90 feet in this general direction away from that bitch.
Okay, well, we'll say you're down here, but yeah, give you a little bit
Yeah.
longer.
Pod? Hey, wait. As a bonus action, I would like to just heal myself.
With limbo
Oh.
magic?
Limbo magic.
How much are you trying to heal yourself?
Just straight up healing magic. Pulling on my experience as a healer and all of that clerical.
I will say, for every basically the DC goes up by 1 for every D8 extra healing you're trying to roll. So basically, it starts at 12, you get 1d8, 13 is 2d8, 14 is 3d8, and so on. So you tell me what DC, how many dice you want to try to roll.
I want to go. DC 17.
So
I like
5
the health
d8.
potion idea.
5d8.
Okay, DC 17.
Oh, I could have gone so much higher.
There you go. Yeah, roll 5d8 and heal that much as you manifest that you just like, you've already got regenerate going. You should be healing 1 hit point a turn.
Per round.
But you just like accelerate that through focusing and watch your wounds
1 hit
heal.
point is not very much. It's just enough to say, oh, I went down and I can't afford to be down. Next turn, you're back up.
Exactly.
Atrexalon,
Alright. That's it.
at the end of your turn, is going to use... He's not fucking around anymore.
Oh, he's been?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't fucking around before.
He was not this pissed. He's going to use all 3 of his legendary actions to do Celestial Lance. He summons, all of you watch as apparating out of the void, these like 100-foot-long gigantic glowing spears appear, like rotating around his head. And he looks out towards all of you with his one good eye and hucks them.
Does that mean he has a bad attack? Because he has no depth perception?
This is AoE's. 20.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me check my measurements. This matters.
Oh god.
So Kaz and Demiria, you're both getting hit. Zephyr's too far away. Force Caged Wyvern. Sir. Yeah, no, Sir's far enough away. With that last movement, you're now outside like where this would be able to hit. So
You could attack the fiend theoretically.
He's
Sir,
going to.
did you force cage him with the bars or without the bars?
Without the bar.
He's big enough that you could do it without bars. I
Sweet.
think. It's 20 by 20.
It's just a solid force cage. He's done.
Just an iron cage.
all right. So Demiria, Kaz, and the dancing item and the fiendress spirit need to make dexterity saving throws. DC 27.
Oh my god.
I'll just
Yeah,
have him
there's
roll with advantage because he's a fiend, and then if he gets 20, he's good. Otherwise, he's done.
Yeah. No.
I think it's impossible for me to roll that high.
He did not.
I'll do the dancing item just in case.
Oh, it already failed.
Okay. All of you take 31 force damage as you were smashed with an exploding lance of light. Kaz, as you watch this giant spear bearing down towards your face, you're like, not again, but you get bashed.
The glowing lights aren't radiant.
No. Force damage only. The dancing item is destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't doing anything anyway. It only does force damage.
Yeah. Okay, that was his legendary action. Sir went. Kaz, you're up.
Wait, sorry. I was rolling dough. How much damage did I take?
31 force damage.
Okay. Yep.
Fuck this fucker. Oh, I can't get close enough.
What are you trying to do?
Well, if I just wait until he swings over towards me, I can get on his head.
Yeah, if you're trying to go 60 feet, I'll say you can get to his head, because Demiria's right there, and she's on his head, face,
Use the
basically.
magic misty step onto his head.
Oh, okay. So I'll go there, and I'm gonna take 2 attacks with ambition, but I want to try to do what Zephyr did, where I turn the fire, but instead of trying to turn it into like goody like cold or radiant damage, I want to turn it into necrotic damage.
Yeah.
And really kind of like let the sword embrace its like evil kind of background.
Okay, now before you do anything else, so that's your bonus action to do that. To make fire into necrotic, I'll say DC 15.
Okay.
Basically a coin flip for you then.
Right.
Depends on how attuned to the sword you are.
Wait. Let me before you roll that.
Okay.
In addition, I want you to tell me. So you're communicating with your sword, right? You're like, I need you to embrace the darkness, right? Make a persuasion check against the sword first, and that might affect the outcome here, if it wants to cooperate or not.
Okay.
I shouldn't have forgotten that it's an intelligent sword.
Shit. Okay. Attributes: persuasion. And I
19.
have advantage. So 19 with a 2.
You roll a 1 and a 2 for 19. That's hilarious. Yeah,
I am Atrexalon now.
that's still good enough. He senses the impending glory of this victory. He embraces it. So that makes it from a 15 to a 13.
Ooh, nice. Okay, and then so advantage on the charisma check +5. No.
You wrote 2d12. It should be 2d20.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, my
I was
bad.
gonna say, I'm like, some real
You can't
shitty rolls
possibly have
there.
failed that.
I was like, there's no way. Wow.
Wow.
2, 2.
1, 2, 2, 2.
The last 2 times that I've do this, it was 2 5s, and now 2 5s, and then 2 2s.
1,
Cursed.
2, 2, 2.
I think Boundary is broken.
It just hates
Boundary
Kaz.
hates you.
RNG gods have spoken. No, you do not get necrotic damage for your sword.
that sword will be fire.
Okay, so it is... And Radiant isn't useful either, so it's 20, 30...
37 slashing.
damage, yeah.
You rolled higher with 12 than 20.
I know. It hurts me. It hurts my soul. I'm
Amazing.
reloading just in case.
Poor foresight. Okay, that's your turn. Demiria is up. Top of the round.
Get him!
All right. I'm gonna. I'm gonna fly over, and I'm going to attack recklessly.
Who are you targeting? What are you targeting?
Atrexalon's other eye.
Okay, gotcha. DC 25. I'll say it's 26 now, because he's like, no, not my other eye. He's closing his eyelid.
Well, that's a 28.
That hits.
I'm trying to blind this god. If he survives this encounter, he'll wear the scars forever.
Damn.
That
He'll just-
is. Huh?
No, I just think he probably knows Regenerate too, so.
Oh, I'm sure. I just think it's cool. That is 15 damage plus 13 from sneak attack.
28.
Second attack. Oh, that's a nat 20.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Ooh, fuck.
Are you doing your enlarged dice for all this?
No. Alright. So what's now? Hang on.
This is why we like to roll on Foundry, so I can see that you're actually doing the dice correct.
No, I know. I'm sorry.
D&D Beyond
Yes.
is so bad, though.
You can go on D&D Beyond. You can see it. I rolled a nat 20 plus 14 for a 34 to hit. So that is 15 plus 10, 25 plus 25 plus 3 for raging plus a d4.
2d4.
Oh yeah, 2d4. 28 plus 6 for 32.
Okay.
34 damage.
All right. You, with this crit and hacking and slashing, destroy his other eye. Both
Oh
now.
great, I still have one more attack.
Give me another.
Well, I don't think I hit that one because I rolled a 23.
No, it misses.
Okay.
You have blinded Atrexalon. You have hit him in the eyes multiple times. They're both like swollen shut, and light liquid is beaming out and splashing everywhere. He's still on fire, but you, Demiria, and Kaz are immune to fire from the previous effects that have been manifested. He has also now passed the 4th threshold given to the damage you've dealt.
Every 100 damage or something.
Okay. Is that your turn? I think so. Zephyr.
Alright. I'm going to cast Dimension Door and get closer. I want to be... Let's see, you guys can move with Dimension Doors and like as well. I want next to Sir, but like 90 feet diagonal, so we'll call it like over here. Can you see that on the screen?
Next to me, I can help keep you safe too. I can give you shield.
Well, I don't want him to like beam us both.
I'll just put you off the map in that location, and we'll try to keep track of it that way.
So close enough that they can teleport to me when we need to leave, but like not to the Tarask.
The Tarrasque is still there. He's just like 1,000 feet away, just like, ah.
All right,
Where is this from?
he's over here in the corner. Um, and then I want the Bagman to begin. I want him to use his telepathy to communicate with the Atrexalon and basically just say into his mind in his creepy infernal Bagman hiss, and just say, "The Greymore gang will haunt your dreams for eternity, and you will be anchored here forever." And then like begin slashing the shit out of him again.
All right. Give me those 4 attacks.
If I can get to the. Nope, gotta.
Poor forced cage wyvern.
Wow, missing, lots of missing. Okay. Looks like 1 hit. Unless he has advantage because he's blind now.
Nope.
He probably has true sight.
Yeah, I think you still need your eyes to have true sight. 15 slashing damage. And I want him to like teleport up and down his body so that he can get closer to this thing's head.
Okay.
Is he
So-
mechanically blinded, Nick?
Yeah. For his melee attacks, yeah.
Because it says attack rolls against the creature have advantage. The creature's attack rolls have
Oh, well, I will say his body's so big, like it just doesn't matter. It doesn't factor. You know, the normal reasons why that would make sense don't apply. Yeah. Gracie has returned. Very good.
Let's put him at the neck. That's where we'll go. 3! I can't move him.
Thank you.
Can you put him over here by his neck?
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks. And that's it.
That is your turn. It is his turn. And he's mad. He's going to... Thank you. We are... Yep, this is round 6. Therefore, he is able to spawn another dragon. And with that, you watch as the other horn on his head jostles, detaches, and the amethyst dragon respawns, roaring its fury. He says, "I will have my revenge!"
Why won't you die?
How many times are we gonna have to teach you this lesson, old man?
That's the beginning of his turn. He enters the initiative order. Damn it, he went above a Atrexalon. Okay, fine. He will wait till his turn.
Wait, isn't it? Hold up. Hold up. We're in limbo. We are no longer at Atrexalon's home plane. Dragons die here.
No, it's a Atrexalon that respawns them. They reabsorb into his body.
Yeah, you have to kill him on a separate plane
Yeah,
from a
where he's
Atrexalon
not
for him to die.
around. Yeah, he is
That's
there.
okay.
Mid sense.
If there's any gemstone dragons back where he got plane shifted away, they're probably getting mopped up by the archmages right now.
In a very permanent way.
All right. So that just happened because it was his turn on round 5 or after 5 rounds.
The bloody X's over there.
Perhaps I will. Baiting what to do. He does have disadvantage. He's going to do a shattering roar. He opens his maw and screeches. Kaz and Demiria need to make saving throws.
Oh no.
This is a Constitution saving throw.
That's slightly better, but oh no. Wait.
You are not the dragon. Try again.
I clicked the dragon. Whoops. Okay, what was the... Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Con save.
Nat 20.
Nat 20!
You click. Well,
You
we'll
still
keep
rolled
it,
as the
but
dragon, though.
it's fine. You're rolling
Roll the
that.
dragon. Okay.
No.
And
Why did this
21.
select that dragon? Why do I have control over that dragon
Because
at all?
Sir can polymorph into a dragon. Don't worry about
But
it.
why can I have control Sir?
Because it's the.
You still rolled a nat 20, Josh.
well, no, I rolled a 10 and 12 on actually with Kaz and his modifiers.
It was Demiria that rolled the nat 20. So Demiria, you shrug it off.
You were both on the...
Shattering roar. Or take. Casbiel, you take 13 thunder damage, and you are incapacitated.
Oh, jeez.
Is that... Let me check.
Incapped is bad. No actions or reactions.
You still have bonus actions.
The sound thing. I don't think the mind blink would protect you from that.
Yeah.
Actions refer to both action and bonus action.
Oh, that's true.
We discussed that previously.
Yeah, you're right.
I realize that I have not been making concentration checks for Tasha's, so let's just say that that's gone. Because I've taken over 100 points of damage.
Yeah, but like each one you could probably save on. Give me, because like the DC for Warcaster is pretty good. So you just give me like 5. Give me 5. You can pass 5 checks in a row with Foresight, which you probably can. We'll keep it up.
Right.
Well, it's tough because of the like if you take that 72 from his prismatic beam, for instance, you have to get a 36.
Right.
Right. And I don't think I didn't take that because I'm immune to fire and resistant to radiant, so
Right.
I only took like 50 damage there.
That was
then
my
you're
point.
good.
I don't think he ever took a massive source at any given time.
Okay, so 5 advantage, 4, 5.
I
The
think.
7.
Yeah, I don't think you took more than 34 in a single hit for anything so far. The highest one was like a 28 for a tail spike.
That sounds about right. Okay,
So-
so actually,
I'll say you still
You
have
thought-
it, yeah.
neat.
Okay, sir.
I will be better about remembering that.
I'm looking around at everyone. Everyone looks pretty fucked.
7.
Yes, everyone looks pretty fucked. I'm just debating which of the insane stops to pull out.
Good question.
You know, like, if you heal us all up, we can go for another couple rounds, maybe. Especially now that there aren't dragons. Or we could just try to end it now.
Yeah, so like thoughts whirling around in my brain are like, okay, my plan was to use Wish to just fill everybody up to full and deal with the consequences because we're literally fighting God and it's worth it. But if the 10th level spell doesn't work, Wish was my backup plan.
Right.
So I don't know whether it's better to try to get him down and like get as many of these checkpoints as possible, or whether it's better to have some kind of backup plan.
I think Zephyr used her wish already, so I think we need a backup plan. I think you're right.
If that's the case, then my entire
What's the party say? Telepathic.
Well, I have the ability to teleport us out of here whenever we want.
We just all need to be next to you, right? Or do we
Yeah.
need to be close to you?
We just need to be nearby.
You do have the knowledge that I explode.
But you also have like the actual plan, right?
well, the actual plan is just to cast the spell.
Right, but do we want to keep getting him? Do we want to like heal up and use our backup plan to try to get him lower?
All right, so in context, I'm like, is it time?
Well, he can't see in a proper way. He's bleeding from a million holes, and we're not doing great either.
Yeah, I'm ahead of him in initiative, so I could probably do more damage, but then I would probably go down next turn, which is fine. If you can teleport my body out of there,
Yeah.
that's fine.
That's hard.
Anything to say about it, I have.
What you doing,
how
sir?
far-
I'm like panicking, like looking around. Oh god,
He's so far away.
Now is the time for decisive action.
okay. I take a really deep breath, and I like focus in on the tabor, and I feel it vibrating with energy. And just before I hit it, and just before I cast the 10th level spell, I like kind of whisper to myself, but I know the Atrexalon could still hear me. I never wanted it to be me. Back then, when you were just a mysterious curse upon my land, I prayed that someone else would come and fix you, would find you and remove you from this earth. This whole time, working, suffering, and risking our lives, I never stopped wishing that it was somebody else. But now, as we stand here, together in this place of chaos and pain and contempt, I look into your soul, and I'm glad that it's us. I thank the heavens that my friends and I went through everything that we did, because it was all worth it, so that we can finish what Ruderak and the Ascendants started thousands of years ago, so that we could ensure that you never grace the shores of Athendria again. While I don't wish suffering upon you, it brings me nothing but joy to know that you will never be able to harm my friends, my family, or my home ever again.
All right. With this
Wow.
accelerated psychic message, you shout this out into the void in the limbo space, riding your celestial horse. Atrexalon writhes as Demiria gouges his eyes out, and Kaz is reeling from his roar. You shout this out. You see Atrexalon pause and cock his head, eyes still missing, but like listening. He hears you. He understands you, the words. You raise the tabor, and as you do, you focus on that condensed power that you've nurtured for months and months, and the layers of energy that are built up there from Ruderak, from you, from the Archmages, from from Vivian in particular. All of this coalesced power you hold in your hands, and you raise it on high, beat the drum, the tabor, and as you do so, everything goes silent for a moment as the single resounding, echoing tap of the tabor echoes through all of the space. Ruderak twists his head and he mutters, Atrexalon twists his head and he mutters in Draconic, "No." There is a sudden rushing of energy as you cast
Planar binding?
at 5th level, or at 10th level. You cast Planar Binding at 10th level. This normally has a casting time of 1 hour. You are casting it at 10th level, which means things are accelerated approximately by 1,000-fold. That makes it about 3.5 seconds, doing the math. 3.6. Therefore, you cast it in 1 round. With this, the planar binding spell, you watch as all the various bits and pieces floating around in the ether, the lightning, the strange swarms of gas and whatnot, they all begin to swirl and rush towards you, coalescing around your form and forming into these gigantic chains, maybe 20 feet wide, these massive, thick, iron wrought chains glittering in the luminescent astral sea, swirling around Sir and surging towards Atrexalon. Atrexalon, though blind, senses what is happening. He has been the target of the Tabor of Ruderak once before, something he will never forget. He roars and begins to flail about in anticipation. This begins the skill challenge here. He's passed 4 thresholds at this point. That means that his saving DC for this spell goes up by 3 for each threshold. So he gets plus 12 to the saving DC. That currently puts it at 22. If he rolls below a 22, he fails. If he rolls above a 22, this continues. This is an ongoing skill check process. You need to concentrate on the spell to keep it going until he fails. This is how this is going to go down. So, DC is 22. He needs to make a... what is the saving throw for planar binding? Is there one, typically?
Yeah, it's a charisma save.
Naturally.
Okay. So he needs to make a charisma saving throw, DC 22 at the moment. And he's going to roll, just straight up. Let's see what he gets. 37. Not
Only a
happening
plus
right
18.
now.
God,
Yeah.
plus
He has... Oh, what? The charisma?
Plus 19.
Plus 19. Keep fighting him, assholes!
Wait, let me double check something. I want to make sure I did this right. I typed this all out beforehand.
Plus 10, plus 9.
It's plus 5, not plus 3. So he's actually, the DC is 5 times 4. It's 30 right now. He rolled a 37. I did this beforehand because I knew it would be really, really hard for him to fail. So, DC's 30. He still passed. You watch as these chains wrap around him, begin to, like, try to bind him to this region, but he's thrashing, and, like, each thrash throws them off and they disintegrate, but then reform. So you're now concentrating on this effort as you are focusing the unfathomable energy of the Tabor into this singular casting of the spell. Until it takes hold, this is going to keep going in initiative.
Can I still cast stuff that's not concentration, or
Yep.
is it like this is my whole being?
Nope, you can still do whatever you would normally do. This is just a concentration spell that you have that... Oh, we're getting to that. Okay, do you end your turn? Or is there more? This is like your action to cast the spell.
That was my action to cast the spell.
Do you need to see him to continue casting the spell? Is that something you can communicate to us?
Wait, what?
Do you need to continue to see him to continue casting the spell?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't say... I'll just tell you straight up. You don't need to, like, visually see him, but you can't, like, plane shift her away or put her in a demiplane or something.
It wouldn't teleport her away, no. It would just make it so they can't see each other.
Potentially. He is blind already.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more important that Sir would... Never mind, forget it. I won't do that.
Okay. As a bonus action, I want to, the limbo healing thing worked so well, I'd like to do the same thing to Demiria.
Okay.
Or no, to Kaz. Who's dying?
I'm fine.
You're fine. You're at
What's
7
Demiria?
You're at 7 hit points and incapacitated.
I'm fine.
Oh, heal. Oh, okay. I was gonna say heal Kaz then because I forgot that I have that unending rage thing where I won't actually go down.
You might. There's
I might,
saves,
but I probably won't.
Demiria can keep popping back up for increasingly high DCs as she takes damage.
Too angry to die.
Okay, well then what I'd like to do then is focus the limbo magic on unincapacitating Kaz.
Okay. That's pretty doable. DC 12.
Alright.
A mage hand just like kind of slaps me away.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Roll the 2.
+4. Plus D4.
Plus
Use
the
D4 for the talisman.
Roll a 2 or higher. There we go. DC 13. Kaz, you are shaken back awake as, well, yeah, a mage hand manifests in front of you and shakes you into consciousness.
Beautiful.
Alright, that is my turn. I'll give myself another couple. I'll give Peggy another, like, 30 feet over into the ether so that Atrexalon can.
Keep saying you're well outside of Atrexalon's melee range at the moment. Okay.
I don't need to be close for any reason. And that is it. I'm concentrating all of my being. Stay here, bitch, stay.
You end there. He's going to use his legendary actions now. He roars in fury.
I love that.
You throw your mortal magic at me, but my power is eternal. My essence is beyond your grasp. Your determination will not save you. I will not fall victim to the Tabor once again. And he will... Legendary action... Double check. He's going to use his mythic action, which is now he's being cornered. He's going to use this one thing he hasn't used before. Yeah, on his turn... wait, no, it's not his turn. Got it. I'll save that. He will use 3 legendary actions to do Celestial Lances again. Now he's going to target... Sir's so far away. He can't move this turn. Okay, he's going to target Demiria and Kaz again, as well as the Fiendish Spirit, and that's it. So Demiria, Kaz, and Fiendish Spirit make a...
It's like DC 27 or something.
Dex, yeah, DC 27 Dex save.
Are these originating from the dragon, or are they just appearing?
They're just appearing, and like, they are a 20-foot radius, 100-foot tall cylinder, 4 of them that I can place anywhere on the map, because, yeah.
Looks like a 22.
That's a fail. Let's see. All of you who fail take... Wow, it's a low roll. 26 force damage.
I am in death save.
Oh wait. Oh yes.
Oh, wait. Does this trigger right away for you, Kaz? Or is it on your turn?
When I would have to make a death save, this is at the end of Sir's turn. It's gonna click over to my turn.
Exactly.
Yeah. So is it at the end of Sir's turn?
Yeah, the turn ends. It's your turn, Kaz. You would make a death save.
Instead of making a death save, I'm actually going to spring back to my feet or pop back awake. Heal 83 hit points. And I would have Atrexalon take 2d8 plus 5 radiant damage. But he doesn't take radiant damage. Could I use my bonus action? No, that's not a lot of damage.
It's something. I don't know. Wait, can we?
It's for the cool, coolness. You want your super awesome Nova thing to go off.
Oh, and I've lost.
Can we continue to lower the DC now, even though I've already cast the spell?
Increase the DC.
The thresholds keep. There are no limit to how many thresholds you passed. Every 100 hit points of damage you deal to him, it adds 5 to his saving throw. That's how that works.
You can nuke the other dragon with your radiant.
Yeah.
Bomb. Are you in range?
Yeah. Within 30 feet?
I'll count it. It's loosey-goosey, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure. He takes 2d8 plus 5 radiant.
Roll it.
It's loosey-goosey. We're in limbo.
This is limbo.
Plus 5.
Everything's flying.
Radiant damage.
It's right on the edge. It's fine. So, Cass, you are hit by the Celestial Lance. You go spinning, and for a moment you fade into consciousness, but then the light of Sarandella floods through you. You hear your ancestral, guardian angel say, "Not now, not yet, Caspiel. Rise up, help those who are in need." And there's this burst of light as you briefly turn into a small star, healing up to half your hit points, blasting the radiant light towards the Amethyst Dragon. And it's your turn. You popped up. I don't think that cost you anything. You still have your full turn in action.
Tasha's?
You didn't lose a roll a check for 26 DC 13.
28. Okay.
Yep, you still got Tasha's.
Did you go unconscious?
Not. I would have, except this thing.
Right, it triggers if you would.
Oh.
It doesn't actually happen. You don't actually hit 0. You just you're about to, and then it triggers.
And it's
Weird.
when you would, just don't.
Yeah.
Neat. So, I'm gonna attack Atrexalon a little bit more.
Okay.
Or do I want to attack? No. I probably want to go for the Amethyst Dragon, actually, right?
Your call. You have your action, bonus action. You can try to manifest something cool.
I'm gonna go for the Amethyst Dragon because I feel like he could be a problem.
Sure. Flap in his face.
And I'm gonna. Oh, there's 2 Kazes. What are the 2 Kazes?
I don't think there is. Might need to reload.
There we go. Alright, and then we're gonna do some ambition attacks. With advantage.
Yeah.
Foresight.
They both hit. So
Perfect.
that's
And
33, 36 slashing plus 10d6 fire.
plus, right, 10d6, which is 38.
38.
And I would also like to burn a 5th level smite per attack for my last 2 spell slots.
Damn, both spell slots go on all in.
You know it. So that's another 5d8 each. So
10d8.
10d8
Radiant.
radiant slash R. Another 36. Interesting.
36. Yeah.
So that's many damages.
Yeah, he's well below half hit HP now. We got to that onslaught. Amethyst Dragon's pissed. Not looking healthy at all. Anything else?
And that's all I can do.
Okay. Round 7. For your reference, top of the next round, Demiria, haste ends. Demiria, your turn.
Oh boy. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action. I would like to. Oh wait. Okay. Plan B. I would like to try to will the limbo magic into some healing for me. So summon the health potion.
Yeah, so it starts at 12. For each D8, you can either summon a healing potion, which is a different kind of set of rules, or you can just straight up heal yourself with. You set the DC, and that determines how many D8s you get.
Okay. Can I do DC of like 13?
That would be 2 D8s for 13. You get one more D8 for each one you go up with that.
Can I try to use this to? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the semantics of this. I want to try to use it to regain some hit dice to use on my glaive.
Sure.
But I need my bonus action to use my glaive.
I'll say for the limbo thing, right? If you want to, you can activate it, and as part of that, just say you want to
Try to imbue it with some power.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you make the roll. We'll see if it works or not.
Okay. What's the DC?
To get what? To do what? To get how many?
To get, let's say 2d8.
12. 12 is 2 extra 2d8 hit dice damage to your glaive.
12 exactly.
There you go. Yeah. Add 2d8 to your attacks.
All right. I
To
will
your first attack.
go ahead and unleash Dark Feather.
The dog feather.
The Dark Feather has been unleashed, so that.
And it reminds me a little bit too much of the dark crystal.
And of course, attacking recklessly as I always do. That is a 33 to hit.
That will do it.
Oh, and by the way, I've moved. I'm going between his eyes now. I'm trying to whack.
Get to
through.
the brain.
Yes, exactly. No, I'm trying to whack through his scales to his brain.
Okay.
And like I'm shouting like, "Keep going, sir! You're doing amazing!" And
Reverse inspiration.
yeah, reverse inspiration.
Gotcha. Violent inspiration.
Violent inspiration. Okay, so
Oh, God.
that is 16, and then I'll roll an extra couple. There. Sorry, that should be D12. So that's my dice.
So, real quick. So you're doing 1d10 plus 1d4 plus 2d8 plus what?
Plus 8 plus 5.
So, first hit with the transformation and the extra dice that you just got from manifesting it. 35.
Okay,
Damn.
and add an extra 7.
Attack, extra 7.
Okay, another hit.
Attack number 2.
Attack number 2 is a 27 to hit.
So a hit. So you're doing that. 23 extra.
And then last attack is a 32 to hit.
2 hits.
So
Another 18. You pass the 5th threshold.
any scales in?
Yeah, of course. You've definitely chipped away several different scales. You watch them turn into, as they float off, into wormlings, basically. Just little, like, tiny flying dragons, but they're harmless. You can ignore them in your current state.
Alright,
Yeah, you've definitely chipped away.
that's my turn.
That is your turn. He's at 5 thresholds now, so that's DC's 35 for him to not be planar binded.
Pretty good.
Okay, that's your turn. Miria, Zephyr.
Alright. I'm gonna have the bagman make his attack first.
Okay.
He's attacking the Amethyst Dragon.
Amethyst Dragon. Got it.
Yeah. What's his AC?
19. 3 hits.
Like 3 hits.
Do that math for me.
36, 40, 50.
Wow. 50 total. Nice.
And he says, no matter how many times you die in his telepathy, I will always follow you into your nightmares. Bagman creepy.
Make an intimidation
And then-
check. This is the officially 4th time you've killed this guy. He's starting to feel it.
So using the Bagman's Prisma. +3, better than mine. 22.
Yeah. I'll say that the dragon's frightened of your bagman. He believes you. He's like, how come you can't... He keeps dying but regenerating because he has hacks, but like you guys just keep killing him. That's like gotta be disturbing on some level. Okay.
And then as he says that, he's going to like warp and shift into nothing because I'm casting Wall of Force on Sir in a spherical dome to protect him from all.
Gotcha. So you just like encapsulate him in a wall of force.
Yes, it's a 10-foot
like-
radius.
Thanks. I was about to cast Force Cage on myself.
Not a bad idea. So okay, let me check. Where are you right now, Zephyr?
I am wherever this spot is over here. It's less than 120 feet from Sir.
Okay,
is
I would
what's
say you're
important.
within Havoc Haze again. You're about like 100-foot radius from Atrexalon.
All right.
Give me the roll.
I can fly first if you want. Oh, it's a 100-foot radius of Trexlon. Okay, fair enough. Intelligence ability check. 22.
Yeah, that passes. You do not have to do wild magic. Okay.
Finally. Okay, and then the Fiend will disappear because I can't concentrate on him anymore. The Wall of Force will be around Sir. It's a 10-foot radius, so we can teleport in if we have to. And then I'm gonna fly. Woo!
All right.
I want to fly closer to Sir.
Very nice. Okay.
I guess I can go 60 feet.
Makes a lot of sense to me. Amethyst Dragon is pissed. He's frightened. He's not going to attack the Fiendish Spirit. He's going to attack Kaz instead.
Fiendish Spirit is gone.
Oh, okay. That's right, it's concentrating.
Yeah.
Kaz, what's your AC?
22.
So only 1 hit on the bite. You take 10 force and 22 piercing.
I'm resistant to force.
So 5 force and 22 piercing.
5 and 22 is 27.
This guy's within 30 feet.
Yes. Okay. Demiria is helping you.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry. Many rolls. Reduce. Go ahead and reduce that by 16.
Nice.
Solid.
And that deals 16 force damage back to it.
To it, yeah.
Yeah.
16 force damage
Nice.
to it. Nice. Yeah, it's looking rough. It's resistant to force. It takes 8. It is now Atrexalon's turn. Atrexalon is panicking. He knows what Sir is attempting to do on some level. He just instinctually understands it. He's going to... Give me a second.
I have a plan's turn every time, and then it's a Drexel's turn, and then my plan just has to change so much every time.
Yeah.
Like, I know what I'm gonna do.
He gets back his Hyper Beam breath.
Oh, fuck. Good thing I'm on top of his face.
He will... Yeah, he's a Trexalon. He's going to basically move, shift. He's not moved once this entire combat. He shifts his body in such a way that his head is now lined up nicely with Amethyst Dragon, Kaz, Demiria, and then Sir in the distance in the line of fire with his Hyper Beam. That's what he's trying to do.
So, like, that type of deal.
Basically,
I'll
yeah.
point out the wall of force is invisible, so he doesn't know it's there necessarily.
He's also blind. But yes. He senses where she is, but can't. He genuinely doesn't see that there's a wall of force in front of Sir. He just knows vaguely where Sir is. Okay. So he's doing Hyper Beam on all of you.
It takes a turn to charge up.
No, it's the turn afterwards he has to take a break. Solar beam charges up.
Okay.
You're right.
So that's a from Demiria, Kaz, and then let me check some things.
So you can either get Demiria or
Dex saving throw, DC 26.
I don't think I can physically, like, unless I nat 20 that, yeah.
Yeah, same.
But this isn't a horrible beat.
I got a nat 20, but I still only got a 23.
Not nat 20s were autosaves.
Oh, are they?
I'll treat it like autosave just because.
Oh, yay.
Just because it is ridiculously high, like it's nat 20. Okay, so Kaz, you fail. Amethyst Dragon is gonna try and fail. Let me check really quick.
His boss is like, you're useless.
Yeah, breath. D10. That's what it is. This is gonna be 82 radiant damage. Or sorry, let me double check. Force? Radiant.
Like 6.
So, Demiria, you take half because you saved.
That puts me at 0 hit points, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll a con save.
All right, roll a con save. What's the DC? Starts at like
10.
20 or 10.
41 damage.
14.
All right, Demiria's still up
I got
at
one
one
hit
hit point. Kaz, you up?
Yeah, I took half of that because I'm resistant to Radiant.
Yep.
So I'm at 31 hit points.
Nice. Amethyst Dragon is gone. Atrexalon obliterates him for you as you watch him like disintegrate into ashes one more time. He just like a look of terror on his face as he glares back towards where the bagman was, knowing that he will just be destroyed yet again. Sucks for him. Okay, that was Atrexalon's action. He did the Hyper Beam. Sir,
30 feet away.
Wall of Force. What I will say happens is, this is Wall of Force. We're being technical. Things like Dispel Magic don't work. Since Disintegrate is the thing that has to destroy it. This is the Hyper Beam of a god. It hits the thing, like the Wall of Force, square on, like, 90 degrees to it. And Sir, on the other side, you watch just this raw energy crackling across it. I will say it destroys the Wall of Force with the Hyper Beam. However, Sir takes no damage, doesn't make any saves for it because of that. You successfully negated the Hyper Beam completely with that spell.
Pretty weird. It's like when you're sitting in a car and somebody puts the hose on the windshield and you're like,
the car wash is like the things are flapping past your face. Very much like that. Sir, you may now force another saving throw if you wish.
I would love to do that.
Okay. DC to planar bind Atrexalon to limbo. The DC is now 35. You've done 5 thresholds of modifications, 25 plus 10. He needs to make a charisma saving throw. He has plus 19 to the saving throw of this, so I think that boils down to be what?
16 plus.
16 plus? It's possible. Let's see if he does it.
Wait, hold on, before you do it.
You're gonna say? Tell me what you're gonna say.
I was gonna say, can I use limbo magic to bane him?
Let's do it for flavor. roll a check. DC 15, we'll say.
No!
Oh well. So this time, Sir, as the light diminishes and the fractured wall of force evaporates, the chains surge outward once again, and Sir, you focus all of your energy on targeting Atrexalon. With this, you watch as these chains surge outward again, wrap around his body. They like a serpentine motion, they wrap all the way around the length of his body, going up and growing as they do. You see Atrexalon writhing and screeching, still blinded, in fury. They cover his entire body, and then with a surge of light, sir, you feel in a, like, almost like a gut punch, all of the energy in the Tabor winks out all at once. This massive bolus of energy that you've created, it just is absorbed and activated. You watch as the chains all around Atrexalon's body surge with light and like sear into his flesh. You see him like burning in agony as the spell works its magic. In that moment of the 10th level spell taking effect and working, everything freezes in time. You all, motionless, are floating in limbo, looking at everything occurring around you. Atrexalon, mid-writhe, also frozen. And everything goes black. All of you momentarily have your senses like wiped out. And then suddenly you're all floating, all of you and Atrexalon, in a different scene, much like Limbo before, but this is a sort of like the astral sea. There's more stars, more open space. And you're still frozen, all of you, in the same pose as you were moments before. In the distance, in this endless horizon before you, you see the nebula, the clouds of stars and gases that reach into the infinity beyond. You see them turn and look at you. The nebula forms a face of gargantuan scale. And this entity beholds you. And a voice enters all of your minds, completely ignoring whatever magic you may have wrought to protect yourselves from these things. And it says, "It appears that the realm of mortals has achieved 10th level magic once again. What is the purpose that you seek to use this magic for?" And he seems to focus on Sir.
Great one, we seek to bind the dragon god Atrexalon to Limbo so that he will not affect Athendria anymore. Thank you, please.
Thank you, please.
Is it possible to identify who this is?
Make a Arcana or Insight or History check. Your pick, all of you, if you want.
26 for Arcana.
Arcana, Insight, okay, 3.
Oh, nat 20 plus 12, 32.
32.
Wow.
I'm just gonna turn in my wizard card.
Yeah, no, Sir, I'll say that, like, none of you, even with the 26 effort, you have no clue what or who this is. But, Sir, as you say this, the entity grants you knowledge of what you are currently beholding. This is but a fragment of the primogenitor, the god with a capital G, we'll say. The origin of all magic and life in the cosmos.
Jesus Christ.
You have caught his attention.
Not quite.
Well, not him, but
Not quite.
Jesus
His
Christ.
dad.
No, not quite.
You have caught his attention because you have wrought a 10th level spell, which has previously only been done in the time of the Ascendants in eons past. The Ascendants fell and were lost to time due to unknown reasons, but you have achieved a comparable power level as their own, and now he is paying attention. So, you say what you say, and state your claim. I want you to make a persuasion check for me.
Are we within range of each other, as it were?
can I cast glibness before I do it? I
Sure.
have the 8th level slot.
If you have the slot and you're not saving it, go for it.
Alright.
You also have a D4 of the Reckless.
Persuasion. 26? Okay, but minimum
15.
is
15.
15,
So
so
plus 17 is
15,
32.
32 we said. Plus the d4, because why the hell not?
Use it.
34.
36. 30. Yeah.
DC was 35.
I D6 it with the Astromancy Archive.
Wait, really? Can we do that?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Oh my god.
So that puts it
Yeah.
at what?
30. It was at 34, and that's at 38.
38. With a DC of 35
God.
at a level beyond impossible. The Dungeon Master's Handbook describes DC 30 as literally impossible. But anyway, moving on. The Primogenitor observes Sir Primus, wielder of 10th level magic, and friends, the dragon god Atrexalon, all held immobile in his grasp. And he says, maybe this time it'll be different. In a flash, you're all back in limbo, flying through the space, and Atrexalon, as he continues to writhe, looks around in confusion. Writhes in confusion. You see on Atrexalon's entire body there are now scorched chain like scars, like sort of burnt into his scales along his entire body. Sir, you now know with utmost certainty your spell has succeeded. You have bound Atrexalon to limbo, never to return to Athendria. In fact, in this moment, you see him like thrash his head back and forth. He says in Draconic, What have you wrought? Am I stuck here? No, I must be able to leave. He casts plane shift, because he can. And you watch his body like momentarily distort and then snap back to reality, and he roars in utter frustration. We are not out of initiative yet. Sir, that was your action your concentration. Still your turn, your action and your bonus action. What do you do?
I mind telepathy him. Come closer! We gotta go!
So, okay, so do I still have... I don't have an action. That was my action.
No, that wasn't. That was... You were just maintaining the spell for concentration. It cost you nothing. You succeeded. So you still have your full turn. Like,
I am going to...
Let's go!
But then what about Demiri and Kaz?
Kaz can dimension door them. Let's go!
Okay, Dimension Door is...
Wait. I have to ask Kaz, who's not here right now. Does he still have the ability to cast Dimension Door right now?
any more spell slots. Demiria, who is about to lose haste and lose a turn next up turn for you. What? Yeah, it's not going to be good.
Does Kaz have spell slots left? Is the question I need to ask him.
I don't know. You want to do that? Kaz went to go take a piss.
Otherwise, you're limbo magicking your way to us.
Which could work.
So I'll say Zephyr, you're about. We'll put you on the map, but what you're like 100 and you're like 80 feet off to the east.
Okay.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Babies!
SBL has disappeared.
God's gone. He has one spell.
What?
Oh no, it's a fucking paladin spell? Yeah. Do you have a spell slot left?
I do, a first level.
For Dimension?
Okay, I don't have Dimension Door, but I have a charge of bond.
You have your necklace of magics.
My action to teleport myself to the wearer of my talisman, sir.
And Demiria?
And I would like to use the limbo.
It's not your turn yet, but
Okay.
we're planning.
Okay, I want to use the limbo bonus magic to try to bring Demiria with.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's not my turn, but it's not my turn.
Okay, well, if there's a plan, I guess I'll Dimension Door over to Cypher. With my Pegasus.
Okay. If you take your action, you totally do that. No problem. You Dimension Door all the way to Zephyr. Poof! You appear on the Pegasus next to Zephyr, 80 feet off to the east of this map.
Okay, and then I'll inspire Demiria, being like, get over here now!
I still have the other inspiration. That's right.
Okay. Yeah. Both Kaz and Demiria are inspired now. Kaz, your turn.
I would like to do that, where my action teleport, but I need the bonus action to make it.
So this is what's going to happen. If you're going to do it either way, but if you fail,
Right.
you're going without it. That's what's happening.
I'm gonna leave Demiria behind. She'll be
I'll say
fine.
DC 15 for this.
I'm the Dragon God.
You can just like gate her afterwards. Like it's fine.
She just has to keep fighting with her con saves for one more round, and I can
That'll
gate
just
her in.
be the story of Demiria
Right.
is locked in an eternal battle with Atrexalon, the dragon god.
Very Doctor Strange.
Never failing her con saves.
So this
Christ.
is a
15.
charisma save.
Charisma check. DC
Charisma
15.
check. Okay, still +5.
Yeah.
25.
Yes!
Now you roll well.
When it
Demiria,
happens,
so like you're holding there, you're ready to go for another round of attacks if necessary. You feel haste leave you, and your body goes paralyzed as haste ends, and your next turn will be spent doing nothing. Kaz, you rush forward, having destroyed the Amethyst Dragon in the last turn in the Hyper Beam. Atrexalon turns its attention towards vaguely where you are, opens its maws wide to literally swallow Demiria whole next turn. You grab Demiria, you grab onto the amulet. With a flash of radiance, you summon the powers of Sarandella to carry her to safety, imploring her for one additional boost to get Demiria out as well. You do. You successfully teleport directly to Sir, and with a flash of light, all four of you now sit away from Atrexalon by about 100 feet or 80 feet altogether. I will say, though, Casbiel, give me a wild magic check.
Fireball centered on self.
That's also charisma.
Which would do nothing because they're both immune to fire.
Well, we're not.
What is
Zephyr
the?
dies, never make it up.
Or does it
What is
happen
the
where they teleported from?
It's just
Sorry.
one thing.
Make a spellcasting check. So charisma check. Saving throw, sorry.
Charisma saving throw, which is even better. That's an 11.
That's 30 times the DC. Yep. You succeed. So, you have all appeared next to Zephyr. Top of the round, Demiria. You lose your turn.
Alright.
Zephyr's next. Atrexalon has legendary actions. He can't see you. What he's gonna do is
No one can hear you scream.
Oh yes, what a great quote to end this. And now that you're locked in space, no one can hear you scream.
damn. He's gonna
Wicked.
he's gonna spawn a wyvern. You watch as a wyvern launches itself, pops out of the side of a Atrexalon, flaps around, sees you all, and goes, "Rah!" Goes flying at full speed, it dashes, and it gets there. There's a wyvern on top of you guys as you are sitting there, trying to sting at you. That's his turn. That's all he can do. That's all he's got. Zephyr.
Okay. Basically, I just say, link hands! And then activate the tetrahedral gate to port home to the stony fields and the former teleportation circle.
As you all grab onto each other, Zephyr, you press the button, a gate appears in front of all of you, sucking it through it, and or plane shift, whatever flavor. You are left with the last scene as you're rushing towards this gateway, towards home, towards safety. Atrexalon, the bound dragon god in limbo, writhes blindly, screeching his fury in the abyss, in the elemental chaos of limbo. Dragons beginning to float off of his body and fill the space around him. You leave.
Before we
Yes.
go through the gate, I have one thing that I would like to do because I think this is perfect. right before we go out, I'm like throwing Demiria. Everybody rushes through. I'm gonna turn around, take ambition, and huck him into the void.
Chuck it into limbo.
Just into the void.
All right.
Gone. In the darkness.
What?
Yeah, you chuck it into the darkness. As the void swells up, you see the eye flare open. The eye twitches and looks back at you as the sword begins flying away. You see the white flames now, like burning furiously. The eye narrows and glares at you, but it has no time to react. Seconds before you're teleported away, any retaliatory action it might try to take upon you for releasing it in limbo. That sword doesn't know plane shift. You all leave it far, far behind. With a flash of light, you all are stumbling and landing on a battlefield. The stone fields of Athendria. All around you are corpses of gemstone dragons, gemstone wyverns that have fallen from the sky and are now scattered across the stone fields. Nearby, your plane shift circle sits visible, seemingly whatever. It shifted the Mirage Arcane to limbo as well. It was so intense, the surge of magic. It's visible and cracked and destroyed by the effort of, like, it created a small earthquake, and everything's even more destroyed and petrified and destroyed than it was before. Maybe 200 feet away, you see a single grasping fist monk jumps at the sight of all of you and then sprints over at top speed and says, like, "Is it all right? Did you succeed? Is it over?"
He's done. He's gone. Forever.
Cheers to that. You all have succeeded. And you have saved Athendria from the menace of an untamed, unstoppable dragon god. Cheers to that. Congratulations, you all. You have beat the campaign in that sense.
We beat the game. Yes.
Until the next world-ending threat.
Wow.
Oh,
Just
they've
all
anchored.
down on the ground and
Does anybody need healing? Demiria, you probably need some lay on hands.
Demiria is
Take,
probably gonna die.
Take 15 hit points just off the bat.
I'll just sit here for a couple minutes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
In the moments that come, the archmages surround you. They've survived. They fended off the remaining dragon hordes. You see Soliana Dragonslayer approach, hefting Dragon's Bane over one shoulder. It's dripping in Dragon's blood. Now she seems fairly happy about this, and you tell your story. She congratulates you all. Dragon's Bane has now absorbed all varieties of dragon blood, so it does 15 d6 of every damage type damage when hitting dragons.
Amazing.
It's
That's
so good.
insane. That sword needs to be lost to time.
No.
Is OP.
It's an heirloom.
In this new world, where Atrexalon appeared and was banished yet again, gemstone dragons will continue to exist, but they are as rare and few as the rest of the dragons, as they have now scattered to the four winds and live in hiding, more or less. No longer immortal, never able to respawn with the absence of Atrexalon in this realm. What do you guys do here on the stone fields as Gowron, Spinel, Vexel, Strobogast, Typhon, the Grasping Fist, and Old Silverhands, who comes limping up and polymorphs back into a dwarf? They all approach and kind of stand there in solemn silence.
I want to ask, did we lose anyone? Who among our forces died in this pursuit?
No one.
Every single silver dragon.
All the silver dragons that were polymorphed have perished, but
Well, they
the
were rocks.
Silverhands.
Silverhands is a little bummed about that. But
We can make him more.
Spinel and the archmages all have extensive healing capabilities. Anyone who was seriously injured has been resurrected / brought back with revivify / healed in
Nice.
the interim since you all left.
Wonderful. Okay. I was gonna offer my healing, however many d6 and 8 that I have of healing to anybody, but seems like that's fine.
I'm just gonna go like break from the group and go find like one of those broken stone pillars to like sit and lean up against,
The stump.
and just like I'm like slightly insane because I just touched God, and I'm just gonna like lean back against the pillar and kind of like tap on the tabor in like a calming rhythm and just like not.
The tabor, as you hold it, it's just a simple tambourine. Rustic, small, powerless.
I'm going to ask Sir if there's any ability for her to, or him to recharge it.
I have no idea. I
What
think
beat are
we-
you tapping? Is it Atrexalon's theme?
Yeah, that's excellent magic. Actually, yeah,
That's a little
that's beautiful.
sketchy.
Um, no, but we should probably go give it back to its original owner.
I guess we promised to do that, didn't we? I guess we know what our next trip is.
Maybe we could sleep first.
Yeah, I think that would be really good.
I'm like, well, there's a lot of dragon skulls to collect and parts and.
Yeah, maybe we can go scavenging. I want to also sending Ova and see how the coast is doing, because I know they were fighting off
Yeah.
dragons as well.
You call
True.
to her, and she says that without Atrexalon being directly close by, there were a few, but they dealt with them.
Good.
They were on high alert. All the people turned out for it, and they were no problem. Everything to say, she's very happy to hear that you succeeded
Yeah.
and have come out the other side alive in spite of everything.
So I'm going to use a charge on my Astromancy Archive to switch out to scrying. I kind of want to scry on Atrexalon.
Sure.
Hang
Um,
on.
I think we're pretty well acquainted at this point, so he's probably got
I
a
have
pretty
some of its
challenging
blood on
speed.
my blade
Yeah,
if you need.
you have about all
a
the things you
physical
need.
Component.
No worries.
One
You
minute.
hold forth the Astromancy Archive, this crystalline sphere with scintillating, rotating armillary circles.
I'd, just for flavor, if I could, I'd like to project it to the rest of the people
Of
here,
course.
so
Yeah.
they can have like a
You project
visual. So not to explain it all.
the vision of Atrexalon. You scry upon him, and he does fail. All of his saves are depleted. His health is low. And you all see through the scry as you do it a solemn and almost sad looking dragon god as he sails through limbo. He is currently drifting quietly, silently. You have no audio through this scry. He does not appear to be singing or humming at all. And the eyes are still closed. You still see, like, every now and then a droplet of light just kind of plops out and floats away into the ether. His body still marked by the chains. He is banished and doomed to roam limbo for eternity.
Has he spawned a certain amethyst dragon?
You don't see one through the vision, but you have to. If you had to imagine, he's probably flying out there with him somewhere.
Pretty sad, actually.
Yeah.
You know, when you take away the emotion of him destroying everything, like, just a
I
dragon.
yeah, Demiria is like, I think the balance has been restored.
I think we did the best possible thing in terms of the balance. Obviously, it's impossible to kill a god, but of all the things that we could have done,
I would say that the
this one was the least
Then-
violent.
Thundry is probably better off without that quintessahedron as well. As useful and powerful as it is, I think it could have been a real problem.
Yeah.
What about the one in your den?
What? What? Not what?
So you,
I think that will stay there for a long time.
What happens to a demiplane when you die?
it stays. It's still there. You just have to know what's in it and imagine it, and you can open a door to it.
As you all catch your breath, take a short rest, you discuss what to do next, where to focus your energy, how to clean up this mess, and over the coming night and days that take place, Zephyr, you harvest many fascinating specimens from the gemstone dragons, now finally harvestable, that they are mortal, and you all help clean up this chaotic battlefield and heal the wounded and regenerate your own strength and healing and whatnot. You travel to visit your loved ones. We will end our session there tonight. I want to have one more session to wrap up what all of your characters will do in the end game now that Atrexalon has been truly dealt with and the world is protected. The chaotic events that have led up to all of this, the dangers that have been awakened and were spreading, have been dealt with. For now, the realm of Ethendria is well defended and everything is at peace. But we will revisit and have a final session and wrap everything up.
It has only just begun.
Good shit.
I want to congratulate you all. That is by far the most insane encounter I've ever thrown at someone.
No
So-
one died.
Atrexalon is CR 30. He's like equivalent to a Tarask in terms of what damage he can output. I threw. It was 2 combats basically, but they were continuous. So that was approximately 6 to 7 adult dragons plus a CR 30 dragon god, which didn't have actually any health. Like he just didn't have health. He just kept track of how much damage you dealt. Yeah, that was brutal. And you guys came out and literally went to death saving throws. None of you actually did because you all have various great buffs that just bounce you back up. And that's because of planning.
That radiant breath, or whatever it was that it started with, it's like 72 damage, like you're not going to save. And like force and radiant damage was like, okay, you don't just absorb elements that and get away from it. I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
And I've got 20 health left after the very first round. Not even round, it was turn.
Yeah, that was a real. I was like, Zephyr might be the one who dies this session. Everyone else has like backup plans, but Zephyr is like near death there at the end.
We would not let Zephyr die.
Contingency, the paranoia is worth it.
I was sitting there and I was like, only my stupid clone could grow faster. I'm gonna go home and cast haste on the shell for
Accelerate. Read Therian's notes again, see if you can speed up the process.
Yeah.
Somehow.
That was a super fun battle. That was definitely like my favorite battle of ever. That was like the limbo magic and like the flexibility and like nonsense of being able to do weird shit.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
so fun.
Yeah, that was amazing. And also, plot twist, running into capital G God. Did not expect that.
I was
Yeah.
I was expecting one of the like maybe gods of magic, because I know that the 10th level spell thing has been a lore piece for D&D, but for a figment of the progenitor, it's pretty cool.
That is my internal lore that I've had for a while that I've been waiting for the right moment to kind of reveal. Yeah, he's the source of everything. He's capital G, and the primogenitor. More or less, the gods of Ethendria are really just his children in a sense, and so mortals being capable of 10th level magic is of interest to him because it's the sort of thing that finally edges on his domain, whereas most other stuff isn't even worth his notice. So yeah, you, sir, finally got the attention of capital G God to once again begin to look at Ethendria and see what the mortals are up to. He's doing it in a passive, positive way with your 35 DC persuasion check. It's supposed to be impossible, but
What happened last time?
last time, the Ascendants ceased to exist, and society reset from ground zero. But
So that's how they.
You can imagine they were trying to become gods, and he was not okay with that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
many of
Why are you
them,
casting a little spell?
through various methods, many of them, in fact, did ascend to godhood. And in fact, the majority of the gods that you know today are Ascendant derived.
Like who?
Pelor, the Braving Queen. There were older entities that may have been directly related to the primogenitor, like Tiamat, Bahamut, and Atrexalon are all more or less like the
Titan
Titans.
gods.
They're
like
the
gear and
right.
those-
They're like OG from descending from the primogenitor, but the modern gods, as they were, are more or less ascended through 10th level magic, and they got a little too trigger happy. A lot of gods were formed, and long story short, Capital G came in and said, "No, we're done. Enough of
So there were
that."
a lot of people just like putting magic into items or like storage devices for like a while.
People were building to that for a while. Um,
I have to imagine their lifespans were really long.
yeah,
the
they were
Ascendants.
basically immortal for various reasons.
Well, I
Um,
mean, if you consider what our 9th level casters are capable of, right?
Right. It's just accessible
Right.
to them.
And the quintessahedrons are literally evidence of like manufactured magical
Yeah.
artifacts with godly power, right?
Endless power, yeah. I mean, at level 20, we're basically demigods.
Yeah. The quintessahedrons, and I'll just like state this if it wasn't clear through our campaign. The quintessahedrons, or the godstones, are essentially the way the mechanism through which the ascendants leverage the power of the titans to become gods themselves. Each quintessahedron represents some aspect of like a titan that once existed. Some are dead, some are still alive. There's no quintessahedron of like water elements because Aegir is that. He is that. He is the titan of like the ocean. Whereas these other quintessahedrons that you found are essentially just aspects of the titans that have been manufactured or like contained in a way. And connecting this back to our first campaign, Darren, the Lapis Arcanum, which Emperor Biru had used to great effect, is that. It is a Titan heart stone, and just unrefined.
I figured that from some of our lore explanations and discoveries.
Right,
Unrefined would explain why it doesn't have like a theme to it.
right. It was more just like raw magic. My internal lore was that it was formed at the very end of the whole Ascendant period, where the Capital G stepped in and said, "Now we're done," and that was like in the process of becoming a quintessahedron, but it was like discarded and left to sink into the desert sands of Moduli.
That was a really cool artifact, very powerful. Did Nameless use it?
Nameless still has it. It was depleted. Basically, it's like the Tabor. The Tabor, in a sense, was adjacent to quintessahedron. It was functioned similarly to just
Quintessahedron music.
just functions similarly to sequestering magical power. And so, basically the quintessahedrons in lore are fragments of the Titans that have been manufactured by the Ascendants to allow them to ascend to godhood and cast 10th level spells when needed. And you kind of made your own quintessahedron with the Tabor, temporarily less stable, less useful. But yeah, there's my end of campaign lore dump for you.
So how does one use a quintessahedron to ascend to godhood? Just asking.
You can't say that because what do you think Zephyr's going to be doing with the rest of her eternity? With
And
her
Vexel.
secret entropic quintessahedron, and she's
Sounds like a problem for a future campaign.
that's
Like a
problem.
villain for a future campaign.
But a complex villain.
Which one has the undead Tarask at her beck and call?
Who's currently in limbo?
Gate.
Yeah, that Tarask is gone.
Yeah, she can get him back.
So you could gate it back, but like... Oh man.
Good shit.
That's two full campaigns in Nick's world.
Yeah, I got to participate just a touch in your guys's, so it's like 2.1,
Right.
and it's super cool.
I am like super proud of you guys. You guys are all very good at this game, and like even with homebrew and everything, if I were to put this kind of encounter in front of a party that doesn't understand how I play the game or is less creative or less willing to take risks and be optimal, you guys are just really good at playing D&D. So like I can trust that I can throw this completely off the charts series of sequential combat and still like have you guys win in a way that like feels good,
Have a single person go down.
Like I wrote all these rules in advance. I didn't modify or like fudge anything. I was like, I'll see what happens. Like I'll see if I can do it, and you did. You did almost 600 damage to Atrexalon in the final encounter. You did over 1,000 damage in the first encounter.
I think you mean that Demiria did.
Yeah, Demiria did about 80% of that, if I had to guess.
Demiria took.
Yeah. I think I only did like 120 total.
Demiria took roughly 600 points of damage as well.
Well, I guess in the second conflict, the Fiend did quite a bit. But...
Yeah, the Fiend did work in that last one. He really helped. He probably did like 200 or 300 at that point.
I was so proud of us when we murked that dragon, like the
4 times.
Yeah, that was, I think 3 times just in the Atrexalon encounters.
Yeah.
Last 2. So.
I'm excited to like do the final wrap up.
So
like, gotta go to
I think
we gotta go see Ruderok again. They
Yeah.
told me I couldn't go back. So
That's right. Can Sir even go back to
Elysium?
A lot of stuff's changed
Elysium?
since then.
we can try. We
A lot
banished a
has-
great evil from the world. That's gotta weigh the scales. And
Well, I think a great danger is more accurate.
that's true. A great danger.
Great personal risk.
We probably saved many lives in doing that.
Untold.
I might even be able to go to Elysium to come with.
Now
this
that
time.
you've like rejected your warlock,
The only thing
Guy.
from Warlock that I have, besides obviously like the levels, is the Fiendish Resilience. It's the
And-
only like true fiend.
the fact that you just like chuck your sword into the void is like pretty good.
I don't need it anymore.
And
That's
I'm more
interesting,
buddy-buddy
'cause
with
it's
the
like
Raven
you-
Queen now. She can probably help us too. Get in.
It's like you retired because you cast away your ambition,
You cast away your ambition.
Ah!
It's
And
poetic.
then that also like just destined to go into the hands of a future adventurers. Like, yes, the power. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
Sure, it'll come back.
It's probably got even more. It'll change its name from Ambition to Vengeance.
It's pretty good.
A
I'll
crazy
see that.
sentient sword, fire sword that just hates people. It
And
just hates
wants
everything.
to specifically kill Kaz.
The Datorisk family will burn.
Always has curse upon them.
Change its name to the Unforgotten.
Mm-hmm.
That was some beautifully designed.
Yeah.
That was a beautifully designed combat and some beautifully designed poetry.
And thank you all for engaging with it so well and for having your own little speech there at the end to banish Atrexalon. And it was good. It was very poetic. Definitely wrapped up Sura's arc very satisfyingly.
He never wanted it. Didn't want any of
He
it.
wasn't the hero. He didn't want to be the hero. He just wanted to help his family.
Fix the
Poor guy. He's got stuck.
Yeah, some trauma there. So I guess
Dude.
your homework for next session, our final session, which will probably be in a few weeks because I've got a lot of stuff going on the next several weeks. Maybe 2 weeks from now on a Sunday we could probably do it, but we'll see. Is to think about what your character would do with the indefinite future of with their current power level and resources and connections and the world as it is. What do they want? What are their goals? What are their aspirations? Who do they want to spend their time with?
Is there upper limit to how many goals and aspirations you can have?
No, but ideally, I would want to give each of your characters about a solid 30 minutes to, on a monologue, to divulge all of your plans at max. Like, it could be way less than that if you're not feeling it, but like,
You can't describe it in 30 minutes, man. You thought too hard.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if Sir even wants to, continue being a bard, but I feel like Sir will absolutely demolish any other bard ever to exist because he's literally seen God. Like,
Talk about a muse.
I don't know if anyone can ever compete with that. Like, he's just gonna be the greatest bard of all time now.
Was it Libro who was saying like you gotta get in touch with your emotions? Like I I've seen God. I've got a lot of
Emotions over that.
It was a trip. I've seen God.
quite literally. Go smoke some fucking
Not just seen, like talked to.
Literally had a conversation.
Like had a conversation with.
like asked him for something and got it granted.
Yeah.
I guess
True.
the rest of us didn't actually say anything, did we? We just kind of
Yeah.
Right.
Sir was the one casting the spell. Sir had to. Be
There
the
was
one to
some-
defend it.
There was some star guidance and some medallion magic.
Both necessary,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
What, yeah, like, what would happen if that fails? It's
We'll
just
never
too
know.
Positive.
No.
I mean, what seems plausible, right? The guy goes, okay, and then like, just disintegrates the Jabor. I don't know.
I could totally have seen it being something like Atrexalon can only be bound there as long as like the Tabor is there or like we are there or something. So like we're forever bound with him. That would have been. That's how
have
I
to
would
stay
have
there.
done it. That would suck.
Constantly fighting him.
There were
That was-
many, depending on what you had tried to say, and many possible outcomes and the rolls he made. There are ways it could have gone, but we'll never know since we decided just to stick to the straight and narrow and rolled crazy high, and that's what you got.
That's all you need.
Sometimes all you need is just to roll crazy high.
It's just an 8th level spell slot
Just
and
roll 35.
goodness.
That timing of that last round was pretty cool too, because it was like Sir
Yeah.
activates, Demira goes
Limp.
limp.
Like he
Kaz
would have
teleport.
straight up eaten Demiria that turn if he'd had the opportunity.
You couldn't see me.
Well, you're cutting into his face. He could. He has a big mouth.
He can sense
It's the
you.
thing with the dog tree on his nose where he goes.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then we like before he can react, it's like, all right, and we're gone.
My favorite was Demiria trying to get the quintessahedron back. What's in your mouth?
Give it back! What did you eat?
Spit it out. Spit it out.
He just processed that so fast. I was like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah. Well,
I thought we were absolutely screwed when that happened. Cause
I did too. I was like, wow, well, okay. First round
That
already.
handedly made me so ineffective. All of my spells are fire based.
Yeah, bro.
I was
Sorry.
basically useless after that.
Well, you still killed a lot of dragons.
You know, in
I was not as
hindsight,
good, yeah.
I didn't really use it as like as planned. I should have been like running around and taunting him to come get it. Instead, Demiria has no self-restraint and just wanted to go up and punch him in the face.
Yeah, in hindsight, that's very
Yeah.
in character for a barbarian.
You should have just punched him, and then Kaz probably should have been flying around like
Yes.
kiting Atrexalon with the quintessahedron on a leash.
I think part of the idea of giving it to Demiria was like, well, she's gonna be the biggest thing on the battlefield.
true.
Like she'll draw the attention first. But,
Right.
oh
Well, I was thinking like he can't take it from you.
You just put it on a little like loop-de-loop on your neck. Launch.
Well, it's like no matter what you do, you have it like in your hands. It's like
Right.
the
If
the
you had
mechanics.
said you were like holding on to it, I would have treated it differently. But it was literally just like on a necklace.
Because I needed to have my
Well,
hands free because my glaive is two-handed.
Yeah.
Well, the way that telekinesis works is even if it's in her hands, it's still like
Yeah.
a strength
True.
check,
He,
right?
he didn't launch it off my neck because he would have killed me.
It was a strength save anyway, and you still failed.
I know, but
Yeah.
he was an
Oh.
insane DC. I think I still got like a 27 or something like that.
Well, I think it's actually a contested one, so he
Yeah,
has to
he rolled
roll.
higher than you.
Oh, okay. But I think I still rolled really high. He just
Yeah.
rolled higher because he's a
Yeah,
dragon god.
exactly, exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
it's okay. We won in the end, so doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
If I was a better wizard, I would have prepared the what's it called, where you can summon items to your hand,
Oh yeah.
and
Listed
I would have done it
summons.
like mid telekinesis. Like, nope.
I take that back.
Yeah,
What's the spell from
Dramage's
Harry
instant
Potter?
summons.
Accio.
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 Accio quintessahedron.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
All right.
Thank you all. I look forward to our final session, and I have some treats planned for after we do our proper decompression. I've got some content to walk through with you all. Should be fun.
Very cool.
I'm excited.
I'm gonna write like 3 chapters on all the stuff I want to do. So
Oh man. Yeah, Zephyr's gonna be busy.
Yeah.
Very
yeah.
Till
It's
next
really
time.
kind of sad when you play a wizard because it's like, I finally have all the powers, and like, well, the game's over.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, it gets a level 20 when that happens.
Oh, I see little puppy feet behind you, Christine.
Puppy feet.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sleeps right behind Christine, and then she tippy taps on the side of the step down there, and you just like she dreams and just
So cute.
He's like, no puppy? Puppy.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a great night.
Alright,
Thanks so
good
much.
night.
See you soon.
Bye.
Excellent